free. And now I should be online. Alright, now just see how well everything works out. That's a weird way to say it. Okay. So yeah, besides the Yeti, which I'm testing right now, I've also got out my Turbo CD set again. I got Puyo Puyo CD for it, so I'm gonna play for a bit. Mostly just to make sure my Turbo CD's alright. You know what I mean? Huh.
Go!
It all seems fine. I feel like the loading's a bit slow, but that might just be how it is.
お前、ここを通りたければ、私と勝負していきなさい。
Hello, Periscope person.
まさか、美少女コンテスト私の美しさにかなうと思って。じゃあない。勝負はぷよぷよ地獄よ。
Boo, why no CD audio right on the part where it matter? Hello, Periscope person. Those people are probably watching on my Twitter, but... yeah. Well, I managed to get one chain. Man, this is actually just really making me play Puyo Puyo Tetris. You know? But I don't have that yet. Oh well. Wow. Wow, I'm joking. If I lose the first match, it's gonna be embarrassing, in fact. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going up in pitch. There we go. What the heck is that kind of monster voice? There we go. For reference, I'm more used to the Mega Drive version. For obvious reasons. And I'm generally terrible at it as well, so... Oh my gosh, it still keeps going higher pitch! It's like they didn't program it with a proper loop point. It just keeps going higher and higher! Oh my gosh, it's gonna start hurting my ears eventually! Make it stop! Make the music stop, please! Finally! Finally! Mamma mia! Oh, wait, let me try an actual Mario voice there. Mamma mia! There we go. Okie dokie. Next round.
もしもしもしもし
誰だ踊りの邪魔をするやつは
Uh-oh. Oh. That one. There we go. This is start. Oh no. Ow. One nice touch is how they have separate voices for both characters. That's one thing that wasn't in the Mega Drive version. So, like, everything's not the same. Oh no, not this music again. Please, please don't let it get too hot. Oh, dang nabbit! Troll Puyo! Troll garbage. Okay, thankfully it didn't hurt me too bad. Also, it seems like my face rig's working better for some reason.
待ってたぞ。うわあ、大きな足。うわあ、言ってはならんことを。くらえ、30万キック。待って、戦うならぷよぷよで勝負。
Oh no. Hey River, what's up? How do I sound on my Yeti? That should have hurt a bit. Boom. There's an echo? Oh shoot, give me a second. Oh! That's probably why. My apologies. See, this is why I need people to give me feedback sooner. I got a new microphone, so, you know, I need to get all the kinks sorted. I was probably streaming for like... Dang nabbit, I was streaming for 8 minutes before anyone pointed that out to me. Well, here's my... There ends the run credit. But yeah. Oh good, that's good to know. So the Yeti was well worth the purchase. That's good to know. So yeah, if the Yeti's that good, I'm probably gonna be using it from now on. Obviously, I spent good money on it, so... Oh no, here we go again. Okay, I need to stop choking here. I need to learn how to actually play Puyo Puyo is the thing. Instead of just, you know, like, throwing crap on the ground and hoping it works. Maybe if I actually played Puyo Puyo Tetris, it'll teach me a bit on that. Puyo Nexus? Like, that's a community, I assume, correct? Maybe I'll look at that sometime. I think I tried looking at that once, and, like, everything I tried to read was, like, very... Like, it sounded like a completely foreign language to me at times, but... Yeah! Oh no. Nice. Yeah, like, I think I gotta, like, learn the game more through repetitive play than, like, just study a guide, because I'm not really a, a guide person. You know what I mean? Thank you, Sonic Super Brony. By the way, guys, my Discord is open. You're all free to chat there. I need to test the Yeti there as well. I need to make sure I'm not echoing there like I was on the stream earlier. You know? I also need to check to make sure I can, like, voice chat and use FaceRig at the same time. Yeah, by the way, my FaceRig's running better, and I have no actual idea why. It just started running better for no good reason. So, I don't know. I don't even. Whatever, it works. I'll just roll with it. That's the gist of it, in a nutshell. Ooh, nice, Ice Storm. What the hell was that noise? This one really nailed the bad voice aspect of this character. Okay, Renderer, you can be Creeper for tonight. You can be the Creeper. Yes, I already read the spoilers. I know all those cutscenes. Sheizo is totally me. He is totally 100% me.
やったるでー。どうもよろしゅうに。
あ、よろしく。
アンさんの相手させていただきます。サソリマン言います。ほな、行きますぜ。
No, the dialogue for Puyo Puyo Tetris, like, I don't know about the voice acting, but the script was gold for that bonus chapter. Like, if you read that chapter, it's like, you can't believe they actually let that stuff slip through a game rated E10. That was crazy. basically. Like, that was comedy gold, and they somehow got away with the most raunchy humor that you could basically get away with in a E10 rated game. Alright, give me a second. Can I pause this? There we go. Okay, Sonicool, let's see how much better I sound compared to you.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. I literally make you sound like an inferior life form now. Like, you just sound like an inferior life form.
You must be. Of course.
Of course, you're not really trying to sound good at the moment anyway, so I guess that's not that much of an accomplishment.
There we go. Silly, 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 I have... There we go. Huh.
Well, if I remember right, like, Arcade Puyo Puyo, like, isn't that a bootleg? Although, they must have stolen that localization source from some official localization attempt at some point. Because some of that stuff carried over into, like, official stuff. Which is weird. So, like, what I'm guessing is that maybe, like, they were doing a test run of a localization, and then some bootleggers got their hands on it.
They got their hands on it. It's like, let's get... Nah.
失礼しちゃうな、もう。僕の上で踊らないなんて許せない。勝負なら。
Oh my god.
You get nothing for a clear like that at the start in this one. Oh well.
This is the original. This is not Dr. Robotnik's Meaty Machine, really.
I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't do like a Mean Bean Machine for the bonus boss of like Puyo Puyo Tetris American version. It seemed like something you'd think Sega would do nowadays for some reason, but
like putting
especially since they were like explicitly doing throwbacks to it during like Sonic Twitch streams.
Yeah. Huh?
Ew, Sylvana. Like, what? Those early localization names, yo. Like, it's kind of unfortunate that Dark Prince is stuck, but other than that, yeah, it's good that most of the names aren't messed around with anymore. Besides Dark Prince.
Yes, because of religious stuff.
It may have been religious stuff like back then. I think now they just stick to it out of consistency sake because it's obvious they don't really care about the child friendliness of the script anymore. with Shazo's pretty much everything Shazo says, like, oh shoot, I screwed up. I screwed up bad.
Yeah. America gets the first taste of Puyo Puyo, which is that Dr. Robotnik one. But we never ever get the chance.
This is probably a dumb question, but has anyone ever tried dubbing the Turbo CD port of Puyo Puyo?
I have no idea.
For a moment I thought you were going to say that you've done it. And I would have been very scared.
No, I don't want to do that with this webcam mic, because crappy quality at first. You need a better mic to do that.
Like, I wonder how much we need to bribe the dubbing cast of Puyo Puyo Tetris to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, Compile, the original company who did Puyo Puyo before Sega bought, before they closed down, and Sega and Sonic Team bought the rights to Puyo Puyo.
Well, I gotta admit, Puyo Puyo Tetris is probably the best game Sonic Team's made in years.
Yeah, in collaboration with the Tetris company in Hawaii.
The joke being that they aren't making good Sonic games still.
Wait until E3 comes around. Jeez.
So, Renderer, you're saying that they can't use AOSTH assets for the actual game stuff, but it's free reign on their live streams? I think that's a bit inconsistent, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Like, I would expect that, like, if they couldn't use Mean Machine elements, they just wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. You know what I mean? No Cash? Well, what I know is that it's by the same guy who did No Cash SNS. It's probably alright, but I'm not sure if it'd be good for whatever you're planning, is what you're saying. Oh, wow, I did a Dyke. Whoa, I did a Byron! Whoa, I did a really good chain. I actually did a really good chain. I don't even know how I did it. I just did a really good chain.
I know that name, No Cash something. It
Yeah.
has No Cash GBA. I heard of that.
So I guess you're trying to use No Cash for PlayStation?
I use EPXXE for PlayStation.
Well, Handlebar was trying to use the EPSXE earlier, and he was having some technical issues with it. So it was kind of like, you know.
So many PlayStation emulators to choose from. It's like, Dolphin is the main one for Wii and GameCube.
Mm. Oh, give me a second.
Oh, Dolphin right here.
Alright. Hey, Handlebar.
Hi, kiddo. Just 1 second.
How do you think my new Yeti mic sounds?
Okay, I'm back. And, so basically, I asked around for no PSX because somebody else I know that on some Legends board said that it has so many key uses to get textures and stuff. So I downloaded it, and for one, it's a shit emulator when it comes to playing games because everything looks just washed out. But it's a really good VRAM viewer. So I found the
Incidentally, washout colors is a problem I had trying to use No Cache, like, GBA for DS emulation.
So,
Of course, I still use it for recording anyway, because the washout colors will help, you know, prevent content ID claims. I'm such a jerk.
So it has a pretty good VRAM viewer in that it actually works. I'll just scroll down and there's a laser that points to which try, right, which square of the screen has with certain texture tiles on it. But it still doesn't really show me which part of the tile it's using. Like, say, if I can highlight Mega Man's back, it won't show his back texture. So I need a little help with that because I'm still trying to make Mega Man Volna Creator Wrestler in WWE 2K17 using the actual textures from the old games. So I'm still trying to figure out which texture tile from Mega Man Legends 2 is his back, his shoulder, his so on and so forth.
Testing microphone volume adjusting. Let's see, did that do anything? I don't think it does anything at all. Sorry about that. But yeah, I assume whatever No Cache's emulation problems are on PlayStation are like universal for most of what No Cache makes emulation-wise, because the washout colors thing sounds basically like No Cache GBA's Nintendo DS emulation.
It's like, it is just kind of like a weird, you know how when you
like everything's kind of more gray.
Yeah, gray, like, you know
Yeah.
how,
Like, if you've seen my recordings of some DS samples, I recorded quite a few of them in no cache, and you can see the washed out colors.
like, you know how you, when you, like, open up a picture in, like, a Photoshop or GIF, there's like that, sort of like, checkerboard pattern in the background showing you the stuff that's, not filled? That's what it looks like if that over a PS1 screen, it just looks awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're watching a PS1 game on one of those holographic board things. Just looks awful.
No Cache tends to make these flawed emulators, you know what I mean? Like, they're good to a point, and then they have these, like, gaping flaws. And then you're like, you don't want to use them because of them gaping flaws. They're, like, too glaring, too obvious, and they, like, impact the ability to play casually too much. You know what I mean?
So basically, this is what the VRAM viewer part looks like. I'm gonna drop this in the description section. So as you can see, it's quite usable. It's just that I don't know which texture tile is Mega Man's anything. Like, I can see his back one, I can see his shoulder, but I don't know where his shoulder connects. I don't know where his bicep is, his thighs.
Well, that sounds rather morbid.
Because the way Capcom made these texture tiles for these old school PS1 games, especially the Mega Man Legends games, doesn't make a lick of fucking sense. Like, the Legends 1 tiles make sense, kind of, if you have some kind of a UV mapping.
So wait, Render, are you related to an English-speaking bear? Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
But the Legends 2 textures don't make any lick of sense, because like, his chest is all the way over here, and his shoulders all the way over there, and his feet is just like made of different tri-pieces. They're just meshed in with his hand in pieces. Like, I can't really make heads or tails of this.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I've vaguely found his hand, his back, and I think part of his chest, and his shin, because the person I was trying to work with to help me run OPSX showed me at least those parts. And I know where his shoulder is, just not where it begins and ends, like around the bolt thing in his shoulder. And I don't know what the hell the rest of this jumbled mess is.
So why would you cross a squirrel and a bear?
Because it's cute. Or...
And why would that result in one that speaks English the way it does?
Oh my goodness, we hate English in many games.
Well, the thing is, since Sonic Team got Puyo Puyo, like, the characters have basically just... It seems like basically they make up their characters from, like, a random generator of some kind. Like, when Compal was doing Puyo Puyo, like, the characters were parodies of JRPG tropes.
Yeah.
Like, you have a magic girl, you have zombies, you have skeletons. Like, they're basically JRPG tropes with a weird twist. Whereas when Sega started making Puyo Puyo Fever, you have, like, what relation do all the character archetypes have? It seems completely random. They start with, like, a girl that looks like a common, like, high school girl, I guess, and the rival that's like a, I don't know, an alpha bitch stereotype, and then you have the bookworm, and then it starts getting really weird.
Starts getting into the Sonic territory a little bit, like that.
But yeah, it gets to the, like, they're taking out characters from, like, Sonic OC handbooks. That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
Alphabet.
Well, yeah, but, like, even when Puyo Puyo was getting characters that were not introduced in Mado Monogatari, characters usually blended in, like, with that thematic element. Whereas, like, starting from Puyo Puyo Fever, like, what characters from Puyo Puyo Fever Like, would you think have anything to do with JRPG tropes? Probably, like, none of them.
And also, is that Jesse Ventura in the corner?
Hmm?
Jesse Ventura, I think I see Jesse Ventura's sprite up top of the top corner.
Oh, yes!
There's
Jesse the Body
some-
Ventura Wrestling Superstars. Did you see me play that ROM?
I think I might have, but kind of forgot about it.
Oh, yeah, it was that canceled localization of Thunder Pro Wrestling Retsuden, and it has Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
Years before he
And it had blood. It had blood.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like we were just in the middle of a match, and then characters started bleeding. We were all like, "Cool blood!" Like a bunch of 5-year-olds.
No,
Yeah.
did they leave from getting hit in the head like in a wrestling game? Or did
I think it was like a certain like character with doing like a certain move on a certain character. It was kind of weird.
Or did they like go in the corner and bring out a razor blade and cut themselves like in real wrestling? Because in wrestling, oftentimes people use like razor blades in themselves to make it look like the hit.
There wasn't. I don't think I recall using like weapons, if that's what you mean.
Because like in real wrestling, oftentimes whenever you see a guy bleeding from their forehead, they went in the corner and took out a razor blade and cut themselves in the forehead to make it look like the hit really hit them that hard. And that's called bleeding or juicing, and it's not really cool. And some people are trying to ban it.
That sounds very emo.
And other times, like in the WWE, they use a blood capsule in the mouth to make it look like he's bleeding from the mouth, but it looks even faker. So people are really against that.
Yeah.
Because it's better when they do it real. Although other times, like if they get hit in the back with a glass or light tube, that actually bled for real, but didn't even have to bleed.
Some wrestlers are not. They don't look so good when they're like blading and you see the marks where they done it. It's like, ugh.
I don't like blading because, you know, even if it's real blood, it just makes the action look faker. Like, at least just like get forked to the head for real.
Hello, Vance Park.
Towards John Cena.
Everything is John Cena with wrestling anymore.
Yeah, John Cena married Nikki Bella. Ooh, that was impressive. John
ここ
Cena
を通してほしいん
now.
だけど
I think it'll be amusing if, like, 30 years from now, John Cena's career and subsequent post-career very closely mirrors Hulk Hogan's.
ね
Right down to the scandals Hulk Hogan gets involved in later on, and the lawsuits.
Yeah.
Well, Nikki Bella's not his first wife. He divorced somebody else.
Yeah.
He dated Mickey James for a while. That didn't
Well,
go through.
well, Vance Park, I eat bacon. Is that close enough for you?
And now he's with Nikki Bella, although some speculate that he's only with Nikki Bella just for publicity purposes.
Now just me.
Because Nikki Bella is not that great a wrestler. In fact, she used to be complete
Okay. I hope you're happy then.
shit. And John Cena... A lot of people say John Cena sucks because, oh, they're sick of him. But he's actually a pretty good wrestler, it's just that he plays a lot of politics. So,
Yeah.
whenever you see him look strong, he usually play politics so he can still look strong, but just to sell money.
Well, from my perspective, this isn't really any commentary on what I think of John Cena as a wrestler, but... like, what's with people calling John Cena internet meme? Memes are naturally generated. Whatever John Cena's fame is completely manufactured by WWE. So calling that a meme is, like, a misnomer. It's fake. You know what I mean?
Well, he did become a meme because of the internet. They kept using the John Cena, and that's why he's
From that talk radio show, they did a morning prank on. This lady's like, I don't want no WWE in this house. And then all of a sudden, they would keep on playing the thing again. And then Cricket Wireless did that thing. It's like, oh,
And also the guy, that guy that did yeah, I forgot stutter.
Renderer. If there's one thing to know about Vince McMahon, it's that he knows how to manipulate children for ratings and for attention. So of course he'd try to manipulate the internet to make one of the wrestlers he's pushing into an internet meme.
And the guy that did the fucking phone prank, he actually got the pay-per-view name wrong. It's SummerSlam, not Super Slam.
He does
Super Slam.
because he doesn't want to get sued by the WWE. Because the WWE has that name, SummerSlam.
If the WWE... See, the joke about that is that if WWE tried to sue him, they'd probably have to settle it in the ring.
In the ring.
Yes.
So listen to the ring.
That's how everything works with wrestling. Every dispute has to be settled in the ring.
So,
Either in the ring or through some really shit backstage skit with DX and Hornswoggle. Although Hornswoggle's gone from the company, so that's...
yeah. And even DX is now gone. Except for Triple H now, he's the guy that is behind WWE now.
The next in line to be chairman. And he's actually done a pretty good job because like NXT is amazing. NXT is amazing. Most of the network stuff is amazing, but Raw is still kind of shit.
Because of Stephanie McMahon.
Actually,
And now they got Kurt Angle on there now as general manager now.
you can blame Kevin Dunn for all that shit because Kevin Dunn's not liked at all in the wrestling business.
Yeah, Kevin Dunn with his big teeth. Because I heard Keaton Ross, man, what culture wrestling, Keaton Ross. Yeah, Kevin Dunn. Big teeth.
By the way, Handlebar, at ZenkaiCon, they had, like, an event called Cosplay Pro Wrestling. It was hilarious.
Really?
Yes.
What did they dress up as? John Cena?
No, they were dressed up as, like, anime and video game characters. And Deadpool.
Wow.
Deadpool, yeah.
Oh!
So did actually
Deadpool.
So yeah, they cosplayed as, like, anime and video game characters, and they did wrestling just like the 90s WWF days.
So
That's cool.
Yes.
So did it actually involve real life performers or just a bunch of like backyarders and cosplayers pretending?
I think it was basically just like you know, wrestling fans that like you know. I don't think it was like real booked wrestlers, if that's what you mean.
Oh, so shit. Really shit wrestling.
It was amusing though. Like you got to see a guy in a bad Link cosplay do a, you know, like a over-the-top rope drop kick on a guy cosplaying Luigi, and he hits him with the Hyrulean shield.
Really?
Yes.
The Hyrulean shield will actually be a really good name for a Zelda-inspired knockoff of the shield, which like an old wrestling fiction from a couple years ago. They gave us Roman Reigns. Wow.
Roman Reigns sucks. You hear people chanting that. Roman Reigns gets booed every time.
I actually feel sorry for the guy because he's actually not that bad of a wrestler. It's just that he's over-pushed. Only because he's big, he's strong.
I don't think I saw Jotaro Dio in that specific one. There's apparently like this is apparently like starting to go around like the cosplay pro wrestling thing. So maybe there's going to be a Jotaro Dio at some point.
And there actually is a trained cosplaying wrestler named Leva Bates who used to be known as Blue Pants in NXT.
Huh.
She often like posts pictures of herself cosplaying as random characters, and then she wrestles as herself or as Blue Pants on indies. And she was fired because of being drunk in public.
Oh boy.
Which is one of the most bullshit reasons to fire somebody because they have like characters like Stone Cold and the Sandman as a gimmick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Red Rainbow, if you're wondering, like, they didn't use anime attacks, if that's what you're wondering. Like, I don't think you're going to be seeing a Goku cosplayer firing a Kamehameha at pro wrestling.
Oh my goodness.
Unless,
Oh my goodness.
Unless you go to a wrestling event that has a ACH book, because like there's this guy named ACH who's this really athletic black man who often wrestles or wears a Goku-inspired gi
加減にしてよ
thing
あんた
with
なんで
his
そんなこと
insignia
や
on
って
it.
んの
Even
お前
though
の
his
魔
command
力を
is
吸収しこの闇の魔導士シェゾウィギー様が
presses people
ぷ
in the
よぷよ
chest
地
with
獄の
the command
王者
may
と
have
なるの
last.
だ
And also Kenny Omega's done that too. And ACH was also booked at New Japan Pro Wrestling portraying Tiger the Dark. Actually dressed up as Tiger the Dark from Tiger Mask W.
AJ Styles used to be in New Japan.
And TNA and ROH.
Uh huh.
And the entire indie circuit.
Before he went to the WWE.
Which it's a miracle TNA survived after getting rid of AJ Styles because AJ Styles was the company.
Uh huh. Now it's owned by Anthem. Now they call themselves Impact.
And it's barely alive. It's just scraping because they also got rid of the Broken Hardys. The Broken Hardys were the last good thing they had. Now they have a bunch of great wrestlers for hardly any reason to watch anymore.
Now the holders are now WWE Tag Team Champions on Raw.
After a month-long stint in ROH as the Broken Hardys.
Yeah, I remember. It tried to closely mirror the 90s wrestling aesthetic too much for those kind of weird things to happen. Like, for reference, like, in regard to, like, 90s wrestling reference, we would get, like... The main event was, like, it basically felt like 90s wrestling incarnate. Like, you have... They were arranging the setup for, like, a Pokemon match, and you had, like, Lucha Pikachu against Sylveon, the Heartbreak Pokemon. And it's just, like, Sylveon as a parody of Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
And then the match gets interrupted by Team Rocket basically acting like Vince McMahon.
Why not?
I'm thinking of James saying to Lucha Pikachu, Lucha Pikachu, you're fired.
So like then it escalates, and then basically one of the regulars of the Zenkai Con, for whatever reason, decides to wrestle, which you know just highlights how ridiculous it is.
Oh my goodness, Team Rocket as Vince McMahon. You're gonna hear James say the words "you're fired" multiple times.
Yeah, it was like a joke like that, but so yeah, like Team Rocket interrupts the match, and then like it becomes like a match of Team Rocket against like the team of the panel guests and Sylveon and Lucha Pikachu, except Lucha Pikachu is salty that he's not going to get his title match, so he actually just bails in the middle of the match. Which is probably a setup for, you know, one of their future plot art.
Heel
Wrestling feuds.
Heel turn confirmed.
Yep.
Lucha Pikachu turned heel confirmed.
Yes.
But why not just book Lucha Pikachu to basically be Pikachu Rey Mysterio?
Yeah.
Missed opportunity. Like he did.
I think the guy that was doing Pikachu was a bit too white for that. If I may be, you know, stupidly racist about it. Like,
or at least
you have to be style. Give me a second. I just had a bit of a flash of encode problem. Okay, it's fixed. But yeah, as I was saying, well, I won't say too much because apparently being racist chokes my bitrate or something like that. But yeah, you kind of have to do a certain style in order to be Rey Mysterio, and it's difficult for like people at an anime con to do that kind of style, especially like since most of those people were obviously doing more of a homage to like 90s WWF than like all those different kind of varieties of wrestling styles, you know what I mean?
Yeah, WWF, yeah.
Well, if you want to stay in the Attitude Era, you can at least make the
Like, I think if they like, I think if they wanted to be ambitious, what I'd want them to do first is like have Kinuku Man cosplayers doing actual Kaniku busters.
Or most posters as well now.
Yeah.
Maybe since they wanted to stay tied to the Edge era, they could have Lucha Pikachu be like Patriot. Hardly anybody remembers Patriot.
Oh yeah, that's Owen Hart.
No, the Patriot he used to be known as.
Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan.
The deputy or the mount in AWA. And then he went to Japan as the Patriot. He got super over. He came to the Attitude Era and he didn't get over at all. Which is weird because they still had the Red Egg fan base that was like ultra patriotic. And yet the Patriot didn't get over.
And then the Patriots theme got reused for Kurt Angle.
Because Owen Hart was the Blue Blazer both times.
Oh yeah, until that one incident where he fell down the ring and he died.
You know, you could try speaking about that kind of thing a bit less like it's a bad joke setup.
Oh no. No, it's not. Because you get Owen Hart's wife after you, so don't do that.
What?
Yeah.
I won't even ask. I won't even ask.
Owen Hart's widow spent several years making sure that the WWE never uses the name again because of the heartbreak over the wrongful death and stuff. And they just now recently were able to put his matches on the network and also make Owen Hart tribute DVD. And he's still not in the video games, not in the current games after he died, because trying to get her blessing to put Owen Hart in anything is like pulling teeth. And I honestly understand it because she lost a loved one to a wrongful accident.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's like, no, WWE, no. She's like,
oh my gosh, like
pain in the ass, pain in the royal butt.
With people like Sonicool, no wonder she doesn't want Owen to be thrown around recklessly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like how he just casually says yeah to that.
Actually, that's better Hart.
But man, Hart.
He got my name wrong when he gave me his autograph, but he was nice. And I understand why he got my name wrong because the overhead speaker at the ROH show he was signing autographs at was really loud, so you couldn't really hear me right. So instead of saying Orion, it's like Renton or something like that.
He's like, yeah. So, Steve Austin. Huh.
Ugh.
Sega CD did not have this game at all.
Which is kind of weird, considering that it's basically a Sega Genesis game.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the same issue with Langrisser. Like, so you got the cartridge version on Sega, and then you got the CD version on PC and then CD. And there's no CD version on Sega CD. For reasons.
The pom-pom not doing that.
I remember
if I recall right, like, this report is developed, like, externally, so there's probably some licensing deal in that regard.
I remember when I was an 11-year-old playing Mean Bean Machine for the first time on those Redica plug-and-play systems. I hated Mean Bean Machine so hard. Like, I just could not enjoy it at all. I got up to level 5, but I still didn't really like it. Like, there's something about having to shape Tetris formations while still
one of the problems is that really the first Puyo Puyo is like one of the worst ones, actually, you know? Like, Puyo Puyo 2 is when it got rolling, really, but it was like 2 was also when they stopped actually localizing Puyo Puyos for a long time. So it was like total bollocks.
Until the Switch came out and go, oh!
Well, actually, like, the first straight localized Puyo Puyo was, ironically enough, on the Neo Geo Pocket, if I recall correctly.
Neo Geo Pocket, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that Sonic game for the Neo Geo Pocket, yeah.
Of course, you'd immediately think of Sonic Pocket Adventure.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to sing the Turtle Power song to yourself or replace the lyrics with Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Like, if I recall right, like, the Neo Geo Pocket translation is where most of the,
Instead of saying
like, modern localizationisms, like, Dark Prince and stuff originate. And, like, how they stuck. You know what I mean?
I was thinking, instead of singing T-U-R-T-L-E Power, you say Neo Geo Pocket Color. It fits perfectly, doesn't it?
Now that SNK is back to the original name, I hope they make great games. Don't get me wrong.
There is King of Fighters 15 on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I know that because it's made in partnership with with
I haven't been following that like most recently. Last time I played that was at. Oh yeah, I did play it a bit at Zinc, but like I didn't get to play that in depth, and like I haven't really gotten a good look at how it fares compared to other fighters. Like, how's it going? Like, is it being looked upon favorably? Like, is SNK really back, per se? You know what I mean?
Well, I had the demo and it played pretty decently, but then again, I'm not really that great at fan games.
Well, yeah, like, you need people who like, are... Basically, you need the Brazilian Neo Geo scene to judge it, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Like those were the hardcore guys. Those were the guys that would get Chang and Chung in every KOF entry at that time. Because they were really popular there for some reason. But yeah.
I'm just base level, just face value serviceable at fighting games. Like, I don't really know all the combos and stuff.
Hey, Toya! Hello! I'm doing Yeti testing, and I am gonna make sure everybody hears me.
Yeah, don't worry, I can hear you. Just took me a bit to reply because I'm actually watching the stream on mobile, and I had to do a couple of shenanigans to make sure the stream itself didn't ring through on the microphone.
That reminds me, I'm also testing transcoding on Periscope, so I would imagine the stream looks like ass on that now.
So, Toya, do you know anything about No PSX, which I just put a picture of in the Discord?
Hang on a second. I see it. In ship posting now?
I really need to rename that.
What the fuck is going on?
That's just, you know, in No Cash GBA, you can have... That's all the sprites used in this game.
Like, I'm trying to use the VRM, the VRM viewer to find out which portion of Mega Man's textures go to where. Because, like, I can see his back, I can see his shoulder, I can see his fist, but that's really all I can see. All the rest is just a jungle to me, and I don't really know where it goes.
Ah, okay. Well, unfortunately I don't know, so...
Nah.
VRAM, virtual RAM, indeed. So it is possible.
So, let's see. Oh yeah, Toya, you I think you missed the earlier conversation we had about... Basically a very random conversation we had about wrestling for some reason.
And that's because I see Jesse Ventura on the top banner.
Yeah, and then it went into, like, whatever was going on with modern wrestling and cosplay pro wrestling at anime conventions. That's trending.
Which is
Oh my goodness, that'd be cringe. in the months coming up, that will be cringe.
Unless
The only
actually,
real contribution.
unless they actually have real wrestlers cosplay and wrestling, it is cringe.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta give them credit. They tried pretty hard with simulating the 90s wrestling
The contribution
experience,
that
so,
I
you
would
know.
have to this sort of conversation would mostly amount to me talking about how there's a collaboration costume with New Japan Pro Wrestling in Tekken 7, specifically for King, and it actually gives him a new rage art. It's called the Rainmaker.
Huh.
Bill Rainmaker or Lariat.
Tekken 7's gonna be pretty good with the character from Street Fighter.
Dude, even though I'm not actually a player of the game myself, I am looking forward to Tekken 7's console release. It's been a long time coming, and holy shit, it looks so good!
I really hope this that Tekken 7 in the US and the EU has all the Japanese DLC for New Japan, especially since New Japan actually has
Oh!
now.
They had on one particular episode of Tekken Talk, they were actually showing off like custom outfits. For the PS4 version, they actually have some exclusives. If you pre-order, I think, and those are Jin's Tekken 4 outfit, Xiao Yu's Tekken 4 outfit, and King in Tekken 2 outfit.
Oh, cool! King, the Tekken 2 outfit. Yeah.
Yep, where he's
Good old
passed down
days.
the street. So going back to the thing about Tekken Talk and customs, the other customs that they were showing did confirm that the New Japan Pro Wrestling collaboration stuff was all there, like the Bullet Club shirt, the full Okada outfit and Rainmaker. Yes, even the Rainmaker rage art for King. Like all of it's there, including like the player panels even.
I need this game, man. I super need this game because I'm going to see this is a huge New Japan mark.
Nice.
Like, I need that game, and I also want to see Yakuza 5 with the New Japan stuff in that too coming to America, because in Yakuza 5 there's a side story where you actually help out New Japan Gain, actually portrayed by the real New Japan people.
Nice.
Hiroshi Tanahashi, Toru Yano, Kazuchika Okada, Tetsuya Naito, and I'm pretty sure his name was on the tip of my tongue.
Jin.
About the only piece of custom equipment that we don't seem to have at the current moment, confirmed for the US release anyway, is the Taiko no Tatsujin stuff, which currently is going for pre-order as a pre-order bonus in Japan. Part of the reason why I would want it to come in the international versions is because if I ever got Tekken 7, I would grind to get that for my characters, and it would just be so much dumb fun because you just hear don't cuts. Yes, yes, the names of the nodes in Taiko no Tatsujin are named after Katsudon for some fucking reason.
And just to give every created character the Rainmaker Lariat for no reason. It'd just be amazing. And even the Tombstone. I think you can also use the Tombstone that Okada uses as a setup. And also in Yakuza 5, I just now saw the other guy from New Japan, Satoshi Kojima, is in Yakuza 5. The wrestler who likes to tweet a lot about eating bread because he likes bread. So there's like a side story where you help out the New Japan gang. They're all wearing suits, and they all have their personas, like how Okada does the Rainmaker pose and money falls from the sky. And you see them.
Yeah, I fucking love that. I just fucking love it when you see that when you activate the Rainmaker Rage art. It's just punch the foe as it does with the original, and then just he does the pose. It zooms out, and suddenly there's a rain of money everywhere, and then he just decks the foe. It's so good, and it's one of the reasons why I think if I were to get the game, I would definitely customize King to have that with at least one of his customs. Because apparently you have to have the full outfit without anything else. Like you actually, like if you stick butterfly wings, you might not be able to trigger the special rage art.
And if you actually go to like an ROH show or a New Japan show where Okada's booked and he does the Rainmaker pose in his entrance, all the money that falls from the sky has his face on it. So you can actually get like souvenirs of Okada money. It's amazing.
Dude, that sounds pretty amazing.
I've not
Ted
seen...
DiBiase would be jealous.
JBL would be jealous.
Yeah.
I've not seen any Okada matches live because I haven't been to an ROH show in years, and I need to rectify that because ROH is amazing. But if I ever go back to an ROH
Hey,
show...
Curran! How do you think my new Yeti mic sounds?
And Okada's booked for the show, then I would love to just collect all the Okada money I can gather, because they actually have these spray machines off camera that sprays Okada money everywhere.
Super different. That's nice to know. Well, here's the important question. Do I sound more like a Mario or less like a Mario?
Yeah, I can do it.
But yeah, nice to know.
Random thing on the note of me having not having a PS4 and lamenting the fact that I don't have a PS4. Wipeout Omega Collection coming.
Breath of the Wild, you mean?
Well.
I cleared the main campaign, if that's what you mean. Like, I just went and I just did it after I did, like, the Divine Beast dungeons, because I think at that point I just felt like I wanted to just go and, move, beat it and move on to the next Switch game. So after that, and I went and I played Wonder Boy Dragon's Quest, and then Nintendo gave me a copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I played that for a while. And now I got a Yeti mic, because I want to, have a good voice for a change.
Yeah, the good old Wipeout series made by the close studios of London Studio. They used to be called Psygnosis.
And then renamed SCE Studio Liverpool.
Yep.
The first 3 installments having input in their design by the Designers Republic. Very interesting.
But yeah, I have the log of that on my YouTube if you want to check it sometime. Of course, now all my logs are, like, the old non-Yeti voice.
I'm just sad that the Lemmings are still under Sony's, thing. Come on, Sony, you better give the Lemmings a new chance, or else people from the fans of Lemmings will just rage.
So here's how Sony's gonna do it. They're gonna cross over Lemmings with Rabbids.
No, it'll be horrible. If people just say
are you referencing what I thought you just did?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, you did.
Because I didn't even realize it was a thing. Everyone was telling.
Yeah, no one believed it either, but apparently it may
I never
be
even
real.
knew this existed.
Rabbids ruined Rayman.
And now people are gonna think they're gonna ruin Paper Mario next. I would also say they ruined TMNT Smash
Paper
Up.
Mario, did you say?
Yes, that's the big rumor.
Why Paper Mario? Apparently it's just Mario.
I actually like the first one.
You want
like the first rabbits.
You want Ubisoft to rule the world with rabbits? I don't think so.
I liked the first Rabbids game because actually it was kind of funny and fun and intuitive. The second game was not so much. Like it had like more customization features, but that was really it. And I skipped all the rest because I didn't really want to put my money on that. And also the show sucked. Like even my mom, who loves Rabbids, hates the show.
That's because Ubisoft's like, let's make a show for dumber kids.
Where the only joke is just them going "Dah!" and then the minions raid.
Oh my goodness, that's annoying. Hearing "Ah!" for so long. It's like, come on, get the show canceled right now. The show sucks. Come on, Ubisoft.
All right, thanks, Karim.
Nickelodeon was responsible for that.
With Ubisoft.
No, Ubisoft. But, like, it originally aired on Nickelodeon. That's all I know.
Yeah, I know.
And of course, we all know that Nickelodeon's not been the good thing it used to be in the '90s. Even the '90s, like they're only like shows theirs because I didn't really like Mercy River. Like the good era. Of,
What
like,
happened with Nickelodeon? It seemed like they were going on a good roll when they got Avatar,
Nickelodeon,
and they got
Nickelodeon went down the toilet. Just like went down the toilet with all these live action shows that are like, what the heck? What the heck? Dan Schneider, what are you doing?
know, Nickelodeon had live action shows in the '90s, and some of them were some of their best shows. I mean,
Yeah.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. You know?
They made a movie out of that.
Oh yeah, how was that movie? Did the kids finally assemble the Silver Monkey? Did they finally assemble the Silver Monkey?
I did not watch it. I need to watch it.
Aw.
But I'm waiting. But I heard that there's an Invader Zim movie coming out. The new
Now that,
movie,
like,
and also
okay, so in
Rock
Invader
was more
Sim,
alive.
do they got the original guy behind that?
Yes,
on
they
that?
got that.
Okay,
yes, they got
I have
the
faith in
original
that
guy.
movie then. That's
Thank
good.
goodness.
Like that would have been that's one of them ideas where it's like it sounds good, but then you think, oh, Nick would probably like do it without the original creators
Also,
input, and it
the-
would suck. But yeah, if they got him on behind it, then
Also, there's gonna be Joe Murray's gonna be doing the Rocco movie. That's gonna be good. And even
are they
even
just doing
guy,
a bunch of movies based off their old '90s properties now?
Yeah. Now there's gonna be the Jungle movie.
Are we gonna have a Nick Arcade movie? Are we gonna have a Nick Arcade
I'll
movie?
be honest.
Oh, I want that to happen. The Nick Arcade movie where kids go inside this big game.
Enter the
room.
Video Dome, where you can fight the Video Masters.
Or maybe
Oh, good.
maybe they can make it like some kind of a big old
Or the plot will just be about the Sonic 2 prototype.
either that
Yeah.
or they can make a Nick Arcade movie where the arcade dome is like the Thunderdome from Mad Max Thunderdome. It's like a big old Mad Max parody, several decades too late, and no kid's gonna get it.
Maybe we'll find the long lost Nick Arcade prototype.
I wanna see.
What I
film
would like to
more.
find is all those Amiga games they had at Nick Arcade that were designed specifically for Nick Arcade. Like, those would be good.
And
I wanna see film more in that movie. The original host.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yes, I was only stuck at that guy for half an hour. I sincerely apologize.
and then like at this arcade dome, kind of like the Thunderdome, there's like Tina Turner singing.
We don't need a Nintendo.
That'd be stupid.
Hey,
ちょっと待っ
you know
た
what? Random thing while we're talking, and this is something that just is only relevant to me and nobody else. But I kind of wanted to join this voice call when I saw you guys were online, mostly because I was getting a little bit fed up with the other streams that I was watching, mainly.
By the way, if there's one pet peeve I have about the Oid Puyo Puyo, it's the realization that the voice actors basically change every entry. And every port of every entry. Like, they change the voice actors all the damn time.
Yeah.
Like, to the extent where if you get, like, the PlayStation version of Puyo Puyo Su, it'll have different voice actors from the Saturn version of Puyo Puyo Su. Like, it's like, why would they spend so much money doing that? You know? Like, is it any wonder Compile had to sell that license to Sega if that's what they were spending all the development resources on?
Yeah.
Since they're making new Nickelodeon movies for their old 90s properties, maybe they can make an Angry Beavers movie.
What would that movie be about?
Maybe like over.
I got a terrible idea. Angry Beavers versus Angry Birds.
I knew you were going to say that!
Oh, that'd be awful. And also, Daggett would easily win single-handedly because he just like rip out all the throats. But like maybe with the Angry Beavers movie, it could be like a 20 plus years later, Daggett's still single and Norbert's already started a family with Triggy Flower.
Really?
Daggett's invited to the big Beavois, because I was saying Beavois on the show, family reunion, and Norbert helps Daggett find a soulmate to finally start his own family because he's sick of being alone in the dang old dam that Norbert left behind.
I like that. I like that. The voice actor for Norbert is actually the same voice actor for Salem in the live-action Sabrina, the TV series, and also the first animated series of Sabrina.
And the guy that voiced both those things was also the voiceover guy for Exposed Pro Wrestling's Greatest Secrets, which is
yeah,
a shit documentary type deal. Maybe the same people who did the Exposed Magic's Greatest Secrets things that mostly show that partially shows things that really happen in wrestling and mostly makes up a whole lot of shit to make it look faker. Like I've actually set up a ring once. There's not that much padding in the ring. There's like one layer of very, very thin, very hard padding that doesn't really do a good job of padding anyway. They just put it there to be slightly more safe. And it's not that cushy. It feels like fucking drywall. It's not very good padding at all. Also, wrestlers actually do get hurt even from the open fist punches. And the tables are not pre-cut usually. And when they are, they're usually made up of old pre-used tables. I have a piece in my room. So, a lot of the stuff in that documentary is just completely made up to make wrestlers look stupid. Like, there's no stunt grannies. Like, I don't know where they ever got the stunt granny idea from. There's no stunt grannies in the crowd. Like,
Nick Parquet.
Like, it was the bad documentary.
Nick Parquet was his name.
I was thinking to myself, when could I chime in to do a completely irrelevant break? But I was just interested in what the hell you were saying, because like, how the fuck do you make wrestling look more fake than fake?
Make a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Because there are some things about wrestling that are fake, like how, of course, there's storylines, of course, they use aliases, and a lot of them aren't really rivals in real life, they just play it on TV. But the pain
And you know, all them plot arcs that they drop like a rock after a year?
But the pain's real, the injuries are real, the blood's real, even when they don't blade, even when they don't use blood capsules. The hits actually do hurt, even if they try to use more safety standards to not bruise each other. They do get bruises eventually from all the weapons they use. The tables are usually not pre-cut, so they made up a whole bunch of dumb, fake shit about wrestling to make it look faker than fake. And also and they also try to say that the wrestling fans are stupid for liking it when we know it's fake. Wrestling fans know it's a work. They've known it for years.
They're calling it sports entertainment. That's why.
Yeah, that's the key word here. Entertainment. And that's, at the end of the day, what it is.
So, how can you call wrestling fans stupid for liking wrestling just for being fake when you watch movies and TV shows which are also fake?
Yeah, I want to see that Angry Beavers movie. There ever is one.
So,
I think
speaking of things that are fake, how's about that Kizuna Ai?
Oh my god, I haven't really been keeping too much track of it, but there's one particular Discord server that I'm in that actually does, and...
Oh, you're in a Discord server that does the subtitles for her?
It's some experiment.
Him,
like,
or
holy
it,
shit.
or whatever Kizna is? Oh, wow.
You know what is fake? Fucking Pyramid Head is coming to Super Bomberman R! What the actual fuck?
That's
What the actual fuck, Konami?
Konami wants to put their IP.
Konami actually cares about Silent Hill again! What the hell's going on in this world?
Konami doesn't want to. No, Konami doesn't want to be like a-holes.
What do you mean?
Well,
if they want to not be a-holes, they can give us Silent Hills back.
Next you're gonna say that.
It's Pyramid Head, the Vic Viper, and
Oh yeah, the Bomberman characters.
All turns into Bomberman. That's DLC that's coming later-ish. We don't know exactly when, but summer they said will be like the major update, or the next update.
It's suspiciously all these franchises that people have complained about that Konami treating like shit lately. You know what I mean? As opposed to like something like Goemon, which like they neglected for so long, people forgot it existed. You know what I mean?
I think half the reason may be the fact that apparently Nintendo were the ones who urged to get all the like the former Hudson stuff that are currently with Konami to actually work on Super Bomberman R.
There's not really that much old Hudson staff behind it though. It's like Hexadrive. Hexadrive like doesn't have like it might have like a couple, but it's not like we have Master Higgins working on the Bomberman game here, you know?
Yeah, it makes sense, but yet apparently some of the designers from the originals were working on it. That I know, and I guess a lot of people that were also passionate about Bomberman were also part of the development team, which does make a lot of sense if the interviews are to be believed anyway. I actually do want to try out that game at some point, but
I have Super Bomberman R. I've enjoyed it so far. I haven't gotten to play a lot of online multiplayer yet.
Dude, it's pretty crazy. There are situations where you might want to hold off on facing certain people or at the very least make sure that they're not they're not at a severe advantage against you, mainly because you're aware of that you can actually purchase the 5 Dastardly Bombers as characters, right?
Yeah. Of course, that requires a lot of grinding.
And Pretty Bomber, even
God forbid you
more
actually try to go after like OG Pretty Bomber. That'll cost you like an arm and a leg in terms of game currency.
Which I guess makes a lot of sense. It's an endgame spoiler, technically.
True.
With that in mind, she is only a gameplay, like essentially a palette swap for Karaoke Bomber, which was of course her identity as part of the 5 Dastardly Bombers. But yeah, like I would I guess hang on. I haven't actually played it, so do correct me on this if you know. Do you know if Ranked actually enables or rather disables the special moves for the unlockable characters?
I haven't really played much Ranked, but I'm not sure if it does. Like, I've watched some people play like some rounds online, but I don't really know much about like the special abilities of each characters. Like, I tried playing some matches against the AI, and I've never actually seen a special ability activate. So it's kind of like...
Well, the special abilities are, like, for the 5 Dastardly Bombers, so far anyway, and Pretty Bomber, of course. And it's basically the boss's abilities that you would that they would use against you in their human form. So like Magnet Bomber has stuff that tracks Bomberman, but like Proton Drone was actually experimenting at one point with the power zone that was added in the recent update.
Yeah.
And they were trying to see if they could get 4 Magnet Bombers in at the same time, just using Magnet Bombs. And unfortunately, Magnet Bomb does not attract to Magnet Bomber.
Well, obviously, like when Magnet Bomber has the same polarity as a Magnet Bomb, so it repels. So there's actual scientific logic to that.
That happened. At the very least, it's chaos because the bombs were at max power, but yeah.
Super Bomberman R, its engine's made in Unity. Good old Unity engine.
There's a part of me that's wondering, like, if eventually Super Bomberman R will basically, like, have everything from Saturn Bomberman as DLC.
10-player Bomberman.
10-player Bomberman with a Godzilla popping up in the middle of the match wrecking havoc.
They need to get
and have a screen that's near impossible to see your character in.
Pretty much. Like, a lot of people talk about how the older Bombermans were better, but quite frankly, those screens are way too tiny! That's why I want to try to find High 10 Carabomb. Like, maybe that one has a better screen than the others. But, like,
I guess
Bomberman is clearly a game that was designed around having a huge HD screen. That's what the appeal of an HD Bomberman game. You know what I mean?
Actually, you know what? You know another game that also is really hard to see on even some HD screens. Fucking Castlevania Harmony of Despair.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you use a bunch of GBA sprites on an HD screen. You know?
Well,
yeah.
it's part that and part the fact that it's a huge fucking map and you have to like zoom in and zoom out just to see where everyone is. And you see the entire original Castlevania is one of the DLC maps. And it just shows you the scale at which the game is.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. Yeah, I get what you mean.
It does make a lot of sense.
And isn't like one of the maps also like a big chunk of Genpei Tomaden as well?
Although, the one Bomberman game I'd love to see made, especially now that Super Bomberman's a thing, would be a Switch exclusive sequel to Bomberman 64: The Sting Attack. I want to see Bomberman 64.
God.
It would be
3D
nice to see a
movement
new like
Bomberman.
adventure-style Bomberman game again.
Yeah.
Like, especially since like the last time they tried something of that was, I think, Jetters.
I want to see Regulus in HD. I want to see.
Jetters apparently plays like a watered-down version of Bomberman Generations, which I guess makes
Which I think was its big problem. Like, people remember Jetters more for the anime than the actual game. Like, that says something unfortunate about the game itself.
That's because Jetters was an anime first.
Yeah. And also because, like, the continuity between the anime and the games is completely messed up and irreconcilable.
Continuity Bomberman in general is kind of messed up, especially because it began as a sequel to Lode Runner, or prequel to Lode Runner.
Yeah, did they ever tell you, like, why Bomberman was a robot again? Nope.
The only reason... and you know what's funny about that? The time when they revisit the original plot point of reaching the surface to become a human...
Act Zero.
That was Bomberman Act Zero.
The absolute
AKA
worst
the
game to
reason
have tried that on.
AKA the reason why the proton bombing mode exists.
If they make a Switch sequel to Bomberman 64: The Second Attack and it has a brand new Regulus in it, like Regulus with another.
I don't think they like.
Name and color.
I don't think they'd reintroduce the old villains. Like, I think they'd make up new ones, and they'd probably like include like the whole Bomberman Brothers aspect from Super Bomberman R. You know what I mean?
And as long as the old art style for the original Bomberman 64 games, and I would stat that up real quick because I love the second attack. It's my favorite Bomberman.
One thing I guess that's rather notable about Bomberman, I guess it's essentially a reboot of sorts because, like, even though like some of the stuff does carry over from other games, it is essentially its own continuity. So I'd imagine if they were to make a new Bomberman game, it would probably follow from Super Bomberman R.
Yeah. Like,
Even if
especially since like I said before, the continuity of Bomberman's a complete mess. So, like, you know, like, all I can really figure out about this is that maybe Generations and Jetters is a different continuity. Beat'em Bakudaiden is definitely a different continuity. Maybe the Super Bomberman era is a different continuity. I have no idea. That's about all I can know.
Actually, speaking of Bomberman and continuity, or rather, actually no, this is not related to continuity at all, but this just randomly came up in my head when I remembered while we were talking about it. The character designer for Super Bomberman R is apparently the same guy who designed the characters in Puyo Puyo Fever.
Oh wow.
The art style did look similar. I will say that.
That's why it makes a lot of sense when I heard that on Proton John's stream earlier.
Oh, wait. Puyo Puyo Tetris cross Panic Bomber.
Oh, that's cool. Sega and Konami.
Yes.
That would be quite a sight.
Come on.
Let's do it, Sega.
Sega already has Project Cross Zone, so whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
do it.
yeah.
Do it.
Project Cross Zone. Project Cross Zone with Konami.
Let's see Shazo make some
crazy
lewd
enough.
lines at Pretty Bomber. See what happens then.
Come on, Konami. You better not fail.
You know, with Konami at least doing, with Konami doing at least a few things here and there for the Hudson crowd, next you're gonna say that Capcom's reviving Mega Man Legends 3. These asshole companies.
There were some rumors of a Mega Man X Legacy collection or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Konami, no, Capcom in partnership with that company that handles stuff for collections. Just released
It's not a company that handles
Mega
stuff for
Man,
collections.
Mega Man collection and the Disney Afternoon collection.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, right.
Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, Frank Cifaldi has sent some interesting things in the private Slack group I'm in regarding Disney Afternoon Collection. He has some really juicy Disney stuff now.
Digital Eclipse, there we go. That's
Like-
the company that handles it.
Okay, I'll
Digital
spill one of
Eclipse.
these beans. He has the original Bible for Darkwing Duck.
Wow.
Yes.
The original what?
The Bible.
Bible.
You know, the guide for Darkwing Duck that they give to the writers to tell them how to
that
write
makes sense.
Darkwing Duck episodes.
Oh yeah. Do not mess up Darkwing Duck. Just follow the
Yeah.
Bible and you'll be fine.
But what was I going to say on the note of Capcom? Oh yeah. Apparently X is supposed to be the a central character to the plot of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I
Yeah.
am wondering how they're going to play that, and because honestly, I'm being rather cautious about the game right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to be cautious after Street Fighter V because Capcom kind of handled the Street Fighter V with quite a few glaring flaws, and it fumbled.
Yeah, and that's mainly because the fucking Sony forced their hand. That I largely play it up.
Yeah, I think in retrospect, trying to push Street Fighter V as a like a very quick release and as a Sony PlayStation 4 exclusive was a mistake.
Yeah.
I guess part of the reason actually is mostly because of the fame that Street Fighter 4 had with the Capcom Pro Tour that they had, and especially the fact that the direction of Street Fighter 5 in itself went very esports, possibly as a result of that, and also because Sony sped up the process.
the thing is, like, going esports is one thing, but the problems with Street Fighter V are in regard to, like, things that, you know, you didn't have to cater to esports at the expense of. You know what I mean? Like, most of the stuff that was incomplete, like, you know, it's one thing if you were just, you know, it's one thing if it was a necessity, but, you know, like, most of that missing single-player content, like, that's just, you know, that's just 6 months of extra polish time. You don't, like, the esports scene is not going to complain about the single-player content. Oh. Shoot, Switch starting to choke more.
Like,
Sorry if the stream's hiccuping, everybody.
I'm not going to pay attention to a game which doesn't have the content for them, which is why I'm really looking forward to Tekken 7 in particular, because it is going to be so fucking like it kind of hurt Harada like mentally to actually announce that they had to delay it again. To June 2nd with the new trailer that they dropped, because he went nuts on Twitter and everyone was like, "Are you okay?" And like they were trying to get Markman to contact him or whatever, and ultimately it was because of that decision. But I think the wait, even though it's been 3 years, will be well worth, because it will have so much more than Street Fighter V did.
That kangaroo fighter on Tekken, man, people are just raging
Hello,
about
Slink
that.
Basil.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Hello.
Let me link something that popped up in the Slack group, by the way. Give me a second.
Huh.
Sure.
This
I was going to
is
say,
breaking,
Roger Jr.
quote unquote,
being-
breaking news.
I'll break your news. Where is it?
Columbus
wish
Circle
I
has
could
announced
see-
that they will finally be giving the Super Famicom game Kaizo Chojin Subibiman Zero an official cartridge release on June 30th, 2017. They actually made original art for this.
What? It's from Government R? Oh, wow.
Of course, it kind of looks like DeviantArt schlock, but this is
I'll check it out.
interesting.
Yeah. That's cool. It's a Teleview download.
Yes,
Oh, me
of
too.
course, I would know that. I would know
Wow.
that, Sonicool.
If you played it,
Yes, I played it.
That's
played
good.
it.
You say it's DeviantArt schlock, but I guess I understand what they were trying to do with that. They were trying to invoke the boxes, like the box art you would see in that era.
yeah.
I don't know, the box,
era
it doesn't really look that much like the kind of box art from that era. Like, it looks like they traced over in-game art in a way that looks like DeviantArt-esque, you know?
I guess that's true. Like the shading definitely not like you would not like you
Yeah,
would see.
like, that's one thing they can do. Like, the shading looks like early 2K's digital art. It doesn't look like 90s art at all.
Yeah. I understand that.
It hardly
And
looks
the
like
art that
art.
art that isn't traced also looks a bit off in some ways.
It
Especially
hardly
the
looks
girl.
like
Looks
90s
like she's contorted in a weird way.
art. In a way, it kind of looks like one of those Mexican bootleg games.
Yes, Slink Basil. I think I said hi before. Did I not? Excuse me. Was I
What's
not
going
heard
on now?
before? Yes, I tried saying hi. I don't know if it got through amidst all the random discussion of weird stuff. But yes, hello.
The other subject of conversation that we were having before this link dropped, which was Roger Jr. apparently being taken out of Tekken 7, which, from what I've heard, is actually not the case. Rather, they decided against putting him in entirely to make sure that, like, in terms of, because they feared the backlash, rather than he was removed, like, he would.
Yeah.
It's kind of a case of, oh god, what's a character that was in the planning stages but never actually made it into development? Like, it's that sort of situation where they pulled it out for one reason or another.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ice Climbers in Smash for 3DS?
Yes. I think,
Well, no, they were in the development stages.
Yeah,
for
like in
Smash
that
3DS.
case, like the Ice Climbers were specifically being made, and then they were like, no, wait, the 3DS can't handle this. You know?
Yeah, but like that means they made the initial cut before actually being cut due to those performance issues.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like a character that was considered at one point, but then scrapped once they actually got development started.
I see.
It's that sort of situation with Roger Jr. because of the fear that they would, or the fear of backlash from
Peter.
animal activists.
Yeah, like Peter.
Which is kind of interesting to think about when you consider Alex exists.
Alex.
I'm pretty sure most of that stuff is jokes. Like,
Yeah.
the Tekken devs are trolls. They like messing with their audience.
Like Harada, I don't know. Harada takes backlash very seriously, actually, because of a couple of incidents that happened during certain stages. Notably, there was Arabic text in one stage of Tekken Tag Tournament 2, I think, and it was very offensive. So he apologized and later removed it from later patch, and he also and in terms of designing an Arabic character for in the form of Shaheen, he actually took a lot of input from the community in order to design him into something that would be well received and also not offensive, that was part of the design philosophy for that character. And also half the reason why Rashid exists in Street Fighter V, because Harada, while he was doing this, urged Yoshinori Ono to actually include one in his own game. So yeah, that, and also I guess the joke of that Lucky Chloe would be a Japanese exclusive, which was of course a joke. Like, basically, it's to avoid situations like the Fire Temple in early versions of Ocarina of Time, which, surprisingly enough, actually happened very recently again in Street Fighter V, because they had an Islamic chant of some sort, or like some sort of Muslim chant, in the Thailand stage that just released, and they had to remove it really, really fast as a result of this backlash. Like, did they not learn from the Fire Temple incident?
Nope.
No.
Because Japanese companies are totally isolated and live in echo chambers.
I guess that's true.
And I remember for years, even when they fixed some stuff in like the fire, like Resident Evil 5 or something, there's still like radical Muslim groups come to the Facebook page, posting Capcom and the entire media is against Islam and against God and stuff because of just background textures that were innocuous and didn't even have anything to do with Islam, or like old stuff they fixed through patches.
Then again, Resident Evil 5 did cause a lot of controversy when it was first revealed, because of shooting a lot of Africans. Dear God.
Yep.
Because I remember there was this one extremist group sending out their kids to troll Capcom on Facebook, claiming that the first Devil May Cry game was against...
Guys, I'll be right back in a second.
The first Devil May Cry game was against Islam because that's obviously the Muslim door of this holy land, but no, that's for the Tower of Babylon, not from your land.
What the fuck?
That's not your door. They're mad over fucking door. a fucking double door in an innocuous cutscene in Devil May Cry 1 or 2 that it happens on what should be the Tower of Babylon, but they actually thought that it was from their Muslim Holy Lands. They also were talking about
What
this
the hell?
this random book on the floor in a level from Resident Evil 5 saying, "That's the Quran, you're stepping on the Quran, you're bashing Islam." No, you're not. That's just a random book that barely even looks like the Quran. I saw a picture of a real Quran that's not the Quran. Or how they were saying, "Oh, this herb in Resident Evil 4, that's obviously against Islam." Like, what the fuck? Get over yourselves. You're just making shit up.
You just have something stuck up your butt. You need to get it out.
Mm-hmm. And I've also seen like Christian groups do that too, or there's this I think Crisis map where you shoot at alien terrorists or something like that. Actually, no, it was Gears of War where you're in an old abandoned dilapidated church, get rid of aliens, and there's these evangelist groups. I think down somewhere in Arkansas or someplace, trying to get the game banned in their area because you're shooting up a church that's against my God. Get over yourselves.
They still have that church in the remastered edition of Gears of War. They still have that level in the original remastered Gears of War for the Xbox One.
Next time I need to remember to mute my microphone before I do that, because I can actually... Yeah. There is actually a mute button on this microphone, on this Yeti. I need to learn to make use of it.
Yeah.
So what did I pop in on here? Is this some music CD? Oh wow, it's got music from Fighting Street. Okay.
Huh.
And next track.
Fighting Street music.
Yep.
AKA the first Street Fighter on PC Engine.
Okay, this track 4 is not Fighting Street music, I don't think. Let's see.
Huh.
Yeah, I guess this is just a set of Hudson Soft music in an album.
Oh,
I got it
wow.
with... Yeah, I got this with Yurusei Yatsura, PC Engine CD game. I have no idea. But, hey, Hudson Soft music.
Hudson.
I've been collecting a lot of Hudson Soft stuff lately, as if you could probably tell from my YouTube. In fact, it might be a good idea to play that one weird VHS again. See if I could get your guys' commentary on it.
Japanese pronounce it Hudson. We pronounce it as Hudson, like the car. Hudson Hornet. Hudson.
Right, I'm done coming through that CD for now.
Yeah, that's a music CD.
Yeah, definitely a music CD, so...
Why do we want the... That's not a game. You just popped in something that plays music.
So since I just popped in something that plays music, let me just pop in something that plays video now. Oh wait, I need to eject the tape that's in here at the moment. So now that I got a group of people here, let's all watch one of my VHS tapes.
And let's get the 90s feel of the tape being weird, of adjusting.
The tape's not that worn. Jeez. It's not one of my old Ninja Turtles tapes. It's one I imported from Japan.
Oh, goody, Japan.
Yes.
Also, please put your microphone close to the VCR so I can hear those classic VCR sounds.
It is actually standing on top of the VCR right now.
Oh, now we can going to hear it.
Alright, this is it, people. The real VCR experience.
Please, adjust your tracking. Nah, this is Japan.
I have a random thought on the note of Hudson Soft, and that is, fuck Mario Party and fuck everyone who likes that game. Mario Party 3 specifically.
Mario Party 2 is excellent.
Oh, come on.
Yay,
Mar-
top.
Like, I would take Mario Party 2 over 3 any day, and that's mainly because the reverse mushroom exists in 3.
Guys, you know what? You know what? I need a live 2D Bomberman face rig. Guys, make
Oh
me
my
one.
god! Oh my god!
Oh yeah!
Oh my god! Look at this! Look at this madness!
It's Bomberman Madness time! Holy Jesus.
It's White Bomber and Black Bomber.
Also, I need to get those Bomberman cosplays. I should wear. I should just go around at anime cons as Bomberman.
I should do that and like have the face be patterned after like the Super Bomberman R version.
Yeah.
'Cause I kind of like that version.
Now, some of the Hudson Soft developers are at the company called ND Cube.
Apparently,
Yes.
White Bomberman only frowns when he's serious, and apparently in Bomberman Generation he actually frowns a lot in that game. So he's taking it super serious.
Benny Hill theme queued up. So, looks like it. No. Oh.
Why are the Bombermen going through a Jidaigeki? Yeah, set. Anyway.
The world of Hudson Soft live action videos is very, very weird. For whatever reason, they go for a Jidaigeki setting, and they run into a cowgirl that wants to kill them with a realistic pistol.
A really cute, really vulnerable cowgirl.
Yes.
Kill with a pistol.
One who's incidentally called Honey-chan, as in the same name as Bagate Honey from the old Hudson Soft anime that is like Captain N.
I want those figures that are at that old school Japanese place that have Bomberman's head in them that just showed.
Oh, now I'm carrying a little girl. Yeah.
I don't know why, but when I looked at the segment where they were running in front of a bus, all I could think of was gas. You know, fucking Eurobeat. Like, is that all my life has come to? Like, Eurobeat in every automobile.
Is this music video supposed to be like Bomberman running through all of Japan? Like, literally?
This is awesome, by the way.
All the worlds, and what's the third bomber anyway?
So now we have guys dressed as bears holding rifles.
And not very good for costumes that has just literally
Oh my goodness, cheaply costumed bears. Oh jeez.
And apparently it's hunting season. What?
I don't know.
Also, why are the hands on?
So now we have Dr. Bomberman.
So, inconspicuous hands placed on very interesting.
By the way, I would like to note that Kurobom's voice is not the same as the one in that Bomberman anime OVA I bought.
Oh.
Also, what the hell are they doing? Are they
don't
talking
know.
business? Are they doing science right now?
Why are they dressed in doctor suits?
Because they want to be like Dr. Mario. Oh, South
swing
Island.
their arms from side to side.
Swing your arms from side to side, not.
I would love to know where the hell these suits went.
Me too. Like, I need to get one of these suits and wear them to an anime convention. Seriously.
I don't know where these suits are now. Probably Konami said just destroy these suits.
Again, like, this is the crazy stuff Hudson Soft spends their money on.
I don't think that
Like,
Konami
this
will
is
ever
where
do
all the
these.
profits they got from Tengai Makyo went.
And that's why they went out of business. And that's why they got bought out by Konami.
Yes, Konami. Yeah, Konami would never do these.
Look at this beast with a CRT screen. Like, what is that?
I mean, you say they would never do this kind of bollocks, but I guess they kind of did with the Super Bomberman R trailer.
Oh, huh.
This is campy, and I love it. This is
Yeah.
so weird, I don't know what the fuck's happening, yet I've been captivated. Looks like
Yeah.
Japan.
In Japan. Oh, that was just a fake dog, not a real one.
How did he just kick a dog?
That's a real dog. That's not a real dog. That's a fake one. One of those stuff.
I know, but why?
And why is he pointing with his pinky finger?
Oh no.
And this Heihachi that I saw earlier.
Bomberman fans, of course, they're gonna buy Bomberman merchandise.
Half of them are bootlegs from Mexico.
Aqua Bomber didn't have have gender identity confirmed until R apparently.
But technically R is a different continuity anyway, so...
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's I guess representing the same concept in a new like it kind of changes depending on the game. Like only some of them have her actually be voiced.
So do these guys actually think they're gonna get laid?
No, they're not gonna get laid by these girls if they sell Bomberman. If they get laid, they sell Bomberman. These girls are not gonna get laid.
If they got laid, I would not be allowed to show this video on Twitch.
Or even YouTube.
You would get demonetized. Stupid YouTube's ad-friendly thing.
Who would monetize this shit?
I would.
Then
I already have this up on my YouTube and monetized because I put it up. All I need are subtitles. Anyone want to subtitle my videos?
If I did that, you'd be going, who's type? Man, what? I'm kissing a man's bald head and it looks good. And I want to caress it.
I guess they're spinning the globes singing, I can show you the world. Bombing, shimmering, splendid.
Take me to your leader.
Alright, I'm gonna turn off face rig for now because there is a couple lag spikes happening and I don't want it to affect a VHS tape anymore.
I didn't realize that Mario Head was actually a face rig.
It was.
Holy crap.
You didn't notice how it animated? It was totally a face rig.
Oh.
I think he just went dick first into the fucking... Hey, no, he's up!
Oh, what is that box? Oh no, don't stand it. What is it? Oh, it's one of those good TV things. What's in there? Hello.
God, they're looking through it. What? What's going on?
How does it go?
Instant Messenger!
What's the
Skype!
technology like in Puyo
It's the
Bomber?
future of Skype. It's the future of Skype, everyone.
Bomberman invented Google Hangouts. I think the last two are Wait, no, that's a different symbol. Oh shit. I think that read Japanese.
This is whoa.
They just went on Matrix on this shit. What?
What the heck is going on? I don't know. Maybe. It's like drugs.
Oh no, he's fiddling with the random switches. Oh no, he transformed!
So Tien Shinhan really let himself go and he actually got his third eye fixed.
My hands are stuck. Okay. Let me...
俺惨めな
Mission bracelets!
これじゃ見たくないっしょ
Everyone transformed. What the hell?
The warrior. Get that warrior suit.
So for
Okay,
instance,
so-
Archetype Samurai and Cowgirl Honey-chan are in the Samegame, which was on Satellaview.
Yeah, so I love you.
Yes.
Good old Sutton.
And yes, they have a girl dressed up as Momotaro.
Oh, good.
Oh shit, I think that's a red katana.
I'm gonna stab the TV. I'm gonna stab at it. That one was ruining it. That guy is so jealous right now.
Well, easily.
See that, they're gonna try to kill Bomberman again. Like, why? Like, on sight, they're gonna try to kill
Maybe this-
Bomberman.
Maybe
There
this
must
is the origin story of why they started chasing Bomberman.
Well, immediately the cowgirl, the guy in the green shirt, and the other girl are usually the most badass of the four.
Yeah.
Scatman.
Yeah.
I would like to mention now that apparently, like, Hudson Soft had a line of video of those like these called Digimation, and besides this one, which isn't clearly labeled, I have 4 and 5, and those also get weird.
Once again, though, what the hell is up with that woman's shirt? Why the hell are their hands placed in such inconspicuous places?
To accentuate the boobs.
To censor them?
I want that Hudson bus. Give me the Hudson bus.
Give me that bear costume. I wanna trade that in for a real one.
Hudson Buzz.
Are they
versus
talking about Bomberman 96 or what? What's going on
Give me
there?
that.
It's hard to tell. It eventually gets into advertisement territory, but it's hard to tell
God.
whether it ties into a plot or if they just drop everything to advertise shit.
They're at the Hudson Soft headquarters.
The Hudson Buzz versus the Oscar Mayer winner. Who'd win?
The Hudson bus because it has the Hudson Soft logo.
I mean, there's also the Sonic train.
Oh, yeah. Sonic train. There's the Pikachu. There's the Pokemon airplane. Pokemon plane.
There's what do you call it? There's a fucking Nintendo theme park coming soon. I guess that would
Yay! From Universal and Nintendo.
be. Yeah.
So for some reason we have this doctor, and it seems like he has one of those Phoenix Wright objection styluses stuck to his back.
You.
They're at
What
the
the
Hudson Soft.
What the hell is the plot? Well, no, not the plot. What the hell are the Bombermen doing here?
They have he has a pointer thing. You know the ones you can point. He has the pointer thing in his stuff.
Maybe the guys in the codes are supposed to be guys that were actually worked in like at Hudson Soft, like
Yeah.
in terms of development.
Yeah. They're kind of like interns and everybody else at Hudson Soft.
I mean, now she's got a Jim Carrey suit on.
Oh! There's that game.
Yeah, now it's getting in the game advertisement territory.
And we got like a strange succubus monster.
Bombi.
Hot girl in the suit.
A parody of the word zombie and Bomberman.
PBS News, that's amusing.
Whatever this game is, I want to play it.
I'm pretty certain it's the Super Famicom Momotaro Dentetsu entry.
Hey, can I just say this right now? The dice that appeared and then rolled, I thought they were just random explosions. before they were thrown.
No.
But yeah, for reference, Momotaro Dentetsu is pretty huge in Japan, to the point that when Nintendo went to start saving Hudson Soft IPs, this was the first game design they saved. Like, that was like the first game they pushed for. They made a Momotaro Dentetsu for Wii.
Cool.
Well, huh.
Is that when Mario Party got started? No.
And the Hudson Train now.
Give me the Hudson Train. I want it.
This is just an alternate reality where just about everything is owned by Hudson Soft.
Oh, my birth year, 1996. Oh, 93. 96, 93.
I was born in 92.
Ooh. He's dead.
Wow, that has got to hurt. No
Yep.
clothes and being stuck down there.
Ouch.
Super. There's the number 2.
So why exactly were these not localized to the West?
No. Probably not.
I mean, why were they not?
Oh, look, there's a peach.
Yes, of course. Momotaro.
I guess perhaps the reason they were not localized is because people did not understand Japanese culture back then. Like, it's not like the days where we can actually understand what the fuck is going on with why Yokai Watch is actually so popular at the moment.
Yeah.
And it was also a time where fucking rice balls were being edited into really poorly photoshopped
So yeah,
sandwiches.
Sega Saturn hype.
Sega Saturn. Yeah. There you go.
So yeah, here's what we were talking about earlier. Look how tiny everything is!
On a random note, they're talking about the Sega.
I'm pretty
Oh,
certain
God.
it's so tiny that the
God.
details can literally not be made out correctly on a VHS tape. That's how tiny it is.
Yeah! Oh my! This is footage of Sand Bomberman.
Yes.
Holy
It is
shit.
literally impossible for
God.
VHS resolution to accurately capture that. That's how
Yeah.
tiny everything is.
Yeah, the sprites are so tiny.
Wow. So it makes it look even crazier than it actually is.
Yes.
So what was I going to say about hang on. Oh yeah,
There's a...
I was going to say one of the random things that I find really amusing about Sega Saturn is Segata Sanshiro's quotes in Project Cross Zone 2. If you pair him up with, like, he's a support unit in the game, voiced by his original actor, which Hiroshi Fujioka, yeah, that's right, aka Kamen Rider Ichigo. Anyway, he has so many random quotes depending on who you pair him up with. Like, if you pair him up with Crom and Lucina, he'll actually say that classic mode is the only way to play.
I like that if you pair Sata with the girl that he runs with in the commercial for that game.
Yeah, for Sakura Wars. Sakura-san, yeah, he references the commercial directly.
Yeah.
Sakura-san.
I like that.
Yeah, the exact dialogue. And then the partner with Sakura is like, come back here, you two.
Well, I gotta get some
Yeah,
sleep.
I saw an entire video with all of his quotes, so yeah.
I like that.
Also, Super Bowl 4.
I like Sega Saturn Central. You must play Sega Saturn.
Well, I gotta go get some sleep because it's 2 a.m. where I am, so...
So yeah, Super Bomberman 4.
Bye, guys.
7777.
7.
Oh, this is the part you get hyped for. This is the part you get hyped for.
What?
Nintendo 64.
Oh, right. Nintendo!
This is the highlight of this tape. This is prototype footage of Bomberman 64.
Cool.
Which I did see, and unfortunately, when I shared it with the Proton John server, nobody really reacted to it. So I'm gonna try seeing if
Whoa.
showing this again to people.
Bomberman's like,
What
ah.
the hell? Look how angry he is there. As I said,
Yes.
Bomberman only frowns when he's taking things seriously. The only time he has ever frowned for most of the game is apparently Bomberman Generations. It's to the point where from what I've noticed, in most of the artwork for White
To be
Bomber
fair, it's hard to
in-
tell when Bomberman's
and
frowning if he doesn't have a mouth.
Wait, say it again?
It's hard to tell when Bomberman's frowning if he doesn't have a mouth.
I guess, but you know, like his angry expression. That's
Yeah.
that's what I meant. So what was I saying? Like, I think in terms of, I find it a little bit weird that I noticed that like 90% of the artwork you see for White Bomber in Super Bomberman R, he is not frowning at all. Like, he doesn't have his eyebrows at all. Like, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Like, most other depictions of him have his eyebrows somewhere on his artwork, and the one in Super Bomberman R doesn't. What game are we even looking at right now?
I think it was one of the Tengai Makyo games. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a lot of HP. I gotta say that.
like it's some of these games are like really they're obscure even by the standards of what's obscure with Hudson Soft.
Guess that makes sense. I think one of the most amusing things, speaking of JRPGs, is that there are many instances where you not many. No, actually, no. I don't really know much about it, but apparently you can just scale damage to the fucking billions in the Disgaea series.
Yeah.
And also grind to level 9999.
Yeah, it does. It can do that. It can get really hyperbolic.
I guess it makes sense for a JRPG to have units of HP in the thousands, because that's what a lot of Final Fantasy games did back in the day. I think the only reason why I'm even lampshading it is because of the most recent JRPG that I played, in terms of when I actually started playing them, only has units in the hundreds in terms of character HP.
So, let's see, this game, Lunar Strike, it looks kind of like sci-fi space Nectaris. Like, Military Madness, if you're familiar with that one.
Is this a turn-based strategy game?
Yeah, it's a turn-based strategy game. It looked very much like Nectaris.
This looks pretty sick.
Yeah. I wonder if it's as good as it looks.
I kind of like playing
So now here,
games
this next
like-
one, it looks like a Sega Saturn isometric platformer. And it has goofy mascot characters.
This is 3D, but it's also isometric? What? Oh my god. Also, I guess
And
you
the
are
mascot
right with
looks kind of like a Famitsu character.
Yeah.
They're really boasting about their 3D technology here.
Give me the.
Oh, come on, they're talking about Yuna and all they have are still screens? Okay, bikini shot. Okay, we're getting banned now.
Oh,
Red. Galaxy Fraulein?
You're just gonna say,
Yuna is amusing for being one of those anime series that we got localized, even though it was meant to be like a video game cross-merchandise, but we never actually got the video game.
Galaxy. Oh, no, upside down. No, I need to get.
Trains.
Can I have that pointer you had back there, sir? I only want it.
Oh,
Model train.
Bomberman Beat-A-Man. Is this the first time they're introducing that concept?
What?
Bomberman Beat-A-Man.
Huh.
Are you not familiar with that? That's how Beat-A-Man all started. So now you'll get to see Bomberman Beat-A-Man in the video.
Oh! Okay, no, yeah, I get it. When you said Beat-A-Man, now I get it, because that's how it's actually pronounced.
Yeah.
You said Beat-A-Man, like you gotta beat a man, man.
You're gonna beat the man.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Like, the pronunciation is... I'm not best at pronunciating, sorry. But yeah.
So,
That's
holy
a
shit,
lot
yeah,
of different
that's
Beat-A-Mans.
correct. That is Bomberman Beat-A-Man. Speed checker and stuff, even. What the hell? Hang on, was Beat-A-Man a Hudson franchise?
Beat-A-Man is Beat-A-Man nowadays is like owned mostly by Takara, and they basically removed all the Bomberman references from it. But it started out with Bomberman Beat-A-Man.
Now Takara's now owned by Torment.
Okay. So Beat-A-Man actually, Beat-A-Man actually started as Bomberman?
Yeah, it basically started as like, I'm guessing like Hudson wanted to make a toy line, and Takara like wanted to do their own thing with it, and that's what came out of it. You got Bombermans that shot marbles out of their stomach, and that was Bomberman Beat-A-Man. And
so
it was pretty popular. They made a couple anime about it, and then I don't know exactly what happened, but later on, like, Takara distanced the Bomberman aspects from it up until, like, nowadays, no one even think of Bomberman when they think of Beat-A-Man. But that's how that was the roots, you know? Like bringing Mecha into it, I guess maybe it was either crossing another franchise or it was just... originally they brought Mecha into it, and that resulted in an anime where Bomberman were piloting Mecha and that shot marbles at their enemies. You know? I've been collecting those Bomberman Beat-A-Man anime VHSs. Like, yeah.
This is part of the reason why I want to show the pros on John's server this, and maybe even John himself, like, at some point, because this is really, really interesting information.
Is that,
the Beat-A-Man stuff is a really interesting aspect of Bomberman history.
Is that a multi-tap?
Was that? Yo, God, is that for the fucking Saturn?
Yes, it's the Saturn Bomberman face multi-taps.
Oh my God, that is fucking amazing. I need to show this to the to the stuff. Holy crap! I'm not. I don't think John has one of those, but I would imagine it would be really hard for him to get, even though he would probably want it.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive to get in them. Oh, she's like, come here, I'm gonna inject you with this.
Dude, this guy's trying to make a move on a girl dressed in Momotaro. I'd feel awkward doing
just like a nurse.
Like, I feel awkward hitting on a cross player, you know what I mean? Because it's almost like I'd be hitting on a dude. Kind of.
Yeah, come back here.
Like, there's a lot of gender ambiguity confusion there.
Now they're going after Bomberman.
Yes, so yeah, it ends with them basically going to try to kill each other again.
Oh no, don't kill me!
You know, the Bombermen don't actually drop any bombs in this, aside from carrying the one bomb that they have in the opening.
You know what it kind of looks like? It looks like there's two different Bomberman costumes, where one is meant to hold the bomb, and the bomb's like permanently attached to it. and the other one is where the hands are
That
free.
might actually be the case, which would make a lot of sense if it was very hard to hold in those.
Bye,
those
Hadasan.
hands.
Yeah, because it looks like those hands can't really hold anything, so I'd imagine like the bombs are permanently embedded to them. That's why you never see them actually release a
All of a
bomb.
sudden, it's showing like Super Bomberman 3. What?
I don't know. This seems like a compilation of TV ads now.
Yeah, that would probably be it. Which
Huh?
makes a lot of yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. Because then
Hadasan.
it's ending with the logo. Like it
Yeah.
has.
The thing that's weird though is that when they arrange the ads like this, it seems like they have a continuity and like an ongoing plot thread.
Ooh, wow. Stop him! Let's get him.
So like this was used for promotion. Like Super Bomberman 4, Bomberman 64, stuff like that.
Does this Bomberman voice still do voice work? Because I need to get her to start singing some of my songs.
Oh god. Oh, actual gameplay! Oh dear.
From Hadasan!
So that one shot had like a bomb laying on the ground. Did it look like? Did you ever actually see the bomb like detach from Bomberman's hand?
Crap, I didn't actually see. Oh, hang on, we just saw it. No, I don't think we saw it.
Okay, so yeah. So probably they have like one. They probably have a separate bomb for that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Either that or like they like pin it or something. They like attach them to the hands, like separately, and then different shots have them with holding the things like pinned together or like Velcro or whatever, and then others have just the bomb prop.
Does honey.hudson.co.jp still link to anything? Is it on Web Archive? That's a good question.
I think. But if you try to go there, I think it would redirect you to the darn Konami website.
Well,
But if you try on the
take a look at the Wayback Machine. I'll be right back.
やってみやスパポン4だがね名古屋でもめちゃめちゃ流行っとるがね秀吉さんは名古屋生まれのまとえりゃ人なんだわわ許せこれが本当の荒いチューバラリンだなも
That guy went running so fast the VHS resolution choked under it.
文芸対策坊ちゃん
Yes, Don Juan, we are watching weird Japanese VHS tape.
Yeah, we are. From Hadasan, the 7777. It's like
Gold?
7.
Oh, Gold Bomber was running around earlier in the video, but he stopped appearing, like when it got to actual stuff that was going on.
Yeah. Oh, train.
Goku? I think there was that that Saturn Bomberman footage has like Bomberman dressed as Goku. Was that like a gameplay mode? So yeah, so now the Bomberman have like a guy in the snow like trying to kill them. Like everyone just wants to kill Bomberman. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, update on honey.hudson.co.jp. I went there directly. It doesn't even load like a site seller. It just straight up doesn't work. I checked the Wayback Machine, and there are actually some sites saved for it.
Oh wow.
Check them out.
Wow.
Yeah, we need to check those out.
Yeah, because that.
This is a Japanese VHS I bought off Yahoo Japan Auctions. It is called Hudson Densetsu 96. And I bought it because I wanted to try to collect weird Hudson Soft VHSs for preservation. And this one was especially interesting because it turned out to have prototype Bomberman 64 footage.
Hey,
That's basically the gist of it.
do you know when the date of when this particular VHS released? I can
me see if it has
find.
copyright info.
95, 96.
All the copyright info looks like it goes to 96. I think it may have been released that year.
96.
Okay, cool. I'm just saying because on the Wayback Machine, the records that they have are 96, 97, and a bunch of stuff in 99. So
Interesting.
I'm going to check some archive of the site of when it was this around the time this would have been released. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to go all the way because 2017 because it will redirect you to the Konami 404 era. I mean, not fun.
Yeah, I'm in the US. So I actually had to import this from Japan.
Oops. There we go.
So yeah, Toyo, the Digimation 4 is mainly like some weird live-action Tengai Makyo stuff, but there's a particular scene in it where they basically act out live-action Bomberman. It is every bit as weird as it sounds.
Oh, wow. Bomberman. Son of Bomberman again.
No, I just learned something extreme. Check this out.
Alright, I'll check that out in just a bit. I don't speak Japanese that well, but since I deal with a lot of Japanese content, I will attempt to communicate in Japanese if I can.
What is it?
So...
Oh, wow.
Usually I know just enough to get me from point A to point B, though, you know what I mean?
Charles Beauty.
And whatever I don't know, I brute force my way through, which leads to very awkward Sega Pico game runs.
Oh, this is on December.
Going between.
Okay, so it looks like this last part is like outtakes. This last part.
We are no warranties. Yeah, we are no warranties. Thank you, Bing Translator.
Yeah, you missed me playing Puyo Puyo CD earlier. I was doing a test run of my PC Engine CD.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to try running an actual game on it. So I got Puyo Puyo CD on the cheap, and I played it a bit. It's pretty neat. I need to find Fighting Street next. Maybe Dracula X when I actually have money. But yes. Money has to go to stuff like this first, for the preservation.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Bloopers. Oh my goodness. Bloopers.
Okay, just a tip. A lot of the links are kind of weird to go through, so you actually need to you need to attach that to the end of the URL instead of actually, because it's not exactly linked properly, as it were. So yeah.
I see. So you need to like re-copy paste the links and whatnot.
Well, the links themselves are like apparently just the ends of where they would go.
I see. Yeah, that is very sloppy. Like, how the heck did that happen?
I guess it's due to the original web structure of the web page, maybe. I don't know exactly. In any case,
yeah, I use Restream.io, so I'm on Twitch. I'm on what used to be Hitbox. It's apparently called Smashcast now. So
they changed their name.
Yeah, and they apparently fused with Azubu. So I used to be on Azubu, but now that's also Smashcast. So what else? There was YouTube. I mainly use like YouTube to upload stuff. Whereas I stream less frequently, but maybe I'll stream more frequently now that I got a Yeti. So like I actually sound pleasant to listen to. But yeah. Basically, I mess around with a lot of things. I experiment with a lot of things, and yes.
Lucky, I'm on the Hudson webpage from December 24th, Christmas Eve.
Okay, here's a little bit of something random. You know how I was telling you about that URL weirdness with the stuff that I linked earlier?
Yeah. I would be live on Twitch now. If you see me live on Periscope, I'm live on Twitch at the same time. We'll be streaming the exact same thing. Except hopefully it looked better on Twitch, because Periscope has, like, transcoding limits.
Okay, so what was I saying? Like, the URL weirdness in terms of Hudson that I was explaining earlier, if you go to like, say, the movie page, the URLs on that page actually work properly instead of the page, like, the main honey.hudson.co.jp.
Huh.
I don't know why, but...
That is whack. I wonder if they're just that crappy at doing the Honey-chan site. Like, maybe Honey-chan actually tried making the site, and, you know, she didn't really understand HTML all that well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Clicking on the Hudson website will take you to the Hudson's website from December 24th.
Well, I know, I've tried exploring Periscope now and then, and, you know, there's a lot of selfie cams and whatnot, and I'm not really good at the selfie cam, so I do something different, you know?
I'll do some bots. Oh, she's exploded.
So this commercial has people in Tengai Makyo Zero costumes. For some
From
reason.
Hadasan. From Hadasan. Hudson. Hi, Bomberman. Hudson saw. Hudson saw.
Yep. I think this one part is like an ad for a CD single.
Okay.
これが私の新曲「幸せにご用心」っていう可愛いゆるビートの曲なの。今私歌と踊りの猛特訓中。
Kawaii beat? Is that a subgenre in Japan?
Konami needs to bring back Bloody Roar. That's another Hudson Soft game.
They're probably not gonna do that. I'm sorry.
They're probably.
Like, Bloody War was niche even by Hudson Soft standards of niche. You know?
I know that, yeah. It's not as good as, Street Fighter or...
Wait, is this a J-pop song about the internet from the 90s?
Yes,
That sounds campy as it gets. I need to find a song.
It says cyber date, like cyber dating online. You gotta use AIM for that, not back in the day.
Okay, I don't know how deep I'm going into this website. but I
Into
have
honey?
slips.
That sounds like a very lewd joke.
Hudson.co.jp, you know that, in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, give me a moment. I gotta mute you guys actually on my end
Oh,
because I
Tengai
can
Makyo
hear these
homepage.
voice clips.
Nice information in English. Oh man, this song. I need to find a song. I need to find a song and download it.
There's a song somewhere.
Maybe it'll pop up in the credits or something.
Yeah, I wanna type in like.
対案友引きゲームを自動で作る機械なのだ君のアイデアがゲームになって実際にプレイできる装置でもあるどこかでこの対案友引きを見かけた君はラッキーなのだハドソン伝説対案友引きの謎は来年に続く
I
So yeah, here's the end credits. Let's see. I think there were separate credits for the Bombermans and the suits and the voices.
Yeah. I want that box, the TV, and see.
I think this box with the TV was also used in the Digimation movies. I don't get it. There's like a lot of weird recurring elements in these videos. I wonder if they're like they were made with like continuity or mind, or if they just reused that stuff for the ease of it. You know what I mean?
B Studio. There's one English thing. Hudson, 1996.
All right, give me a second, Toyashiro.
Middle 96.
So yeah, we're at the end of that VHS tape.
Okay.
You know, since I talked about the Bomberman beat 'em out stuff, let me get that one VHS again. Well, I got a bunch of the VHSs by now, but I'll go back to the first volume because that would be a good introductory reference point, maybe.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Bomberman, beat 'em man. Oh.
I actually, yeah, going that deep into the Honey Hudson website, like you get voice clips. I'm assuming provided by her of various things. Like I'm not sure, but they're all very clearly labeled at least. And there's two types of files, one for Mac apparently, and one WAV files.
That's good. Compatible WAV files from the 90s.
Actually, no, not the first volume. I decided to try this one compilation video that I have. The Beat 'em on Bakudan series has like free compilation videos that I know exist. I got the one that's not part of the series of two. Like there's two that are meant to go together, and then there's one that's like standalone for reasons.
Oh.
Also, this one fits better with the theme of really weird Japanese VHS tapes, and I will show you why when we get to it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
You were mentioning about a song earlier.
yes, near the end of that Hudson VHS tape, there seemed to be some song about the internet, 90s internet in J-pop.
I must say this, on the site there is a link somewhere, and it has lyrics for what I assume is the very same song that you're talking about.
Oh my god!
Translate them in somewhere like Bing or Google. Don't do
Well, no,
that.
we need to
Just
find the
let yourself-
karaoke version and sing those fucking lyrics at the top of our
In
lungs.
English.
Oh wait, I gotta watch my language. Sorry, YouTube. Please don't pull my ads. Please don't pull my ads, YouTube. Sorry.
YouTube sucks nowadays.
Anyway. So yeah, we were talking about Bomberman Beat 'em On, so let's load this VHS tape next.
Hey YouTube, guess what? Your
This
family
VHS tape is
sucks.
called Bomberman Beat 'em On Baku Gaiden Battle and Sound Daihaka.
Battle and Sound now.
I linked the lyrics, by the way, in the stream on Discord.
Okay, so this specific video warning, it's the same one used in Japanese Pokemon VHSs.
Oh really?
Yes.
I guess maybe use the same, like, distributor?
Media Factory. They both use Media Factory.
I know Media Factory quite well for their logo.
Incidentally enough, speaking of Pokemon VHSs, I recently bought on eBay a Japanese Pokemon VHS that looked like the Renovan versions of Pokemon Eps 1, 2, and 3 from pre-Porygon cuts. So I might own a physical copy of that soon.
Oh.
I would love to rip that and show that to YouTube, but I have every reason to think I'd be banned faster than lightning for it, so...
Yeah,
it's gonna be
because of the anime company.
Alright, so this starts with some ads for some of the Bomberman Beat 'em on Baku Gaiden card game merc.
Hi, Media Factory.
So yeah, here's some 3D generated Bombermans.
Hello, Media Factory.
Copyright Hudson Soft / Takara. So at this time they had co-ownership of some kind.
Takara told me. Media Factory. That voice every time you hear
Oh
it.
god,
every
you see
time
that? The various Bombermen, like, and then their mecha.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess now it makes a lot of sense
Media
that,
Factory.
that when it became just Beatamon, it was just the mecha and
Yeah,
not
like,
Bomberman.
yeah, as it drifted into just being Beatamon, it basically just became mecha shooting marbles. They may have also, like, diverged in, like, the design of the mecha. Like, if you go to, like, earlier Bomberman Beatamons, like, the early mechas, like, resembled the Bomberman somewhat. And then later on, like, once it gets to the second half of Bakugaiden's anime, the mechas start looking more like they came out of the Takara's Brave series. If you're familiar with that, like Gao Gaigar. Okay, this will sum it up in a nutshell. The second opening
I
sequence.
guess I get what you mean. Like, instead of less being derivatives, it's more, I guess, original work. In any case, do continue.
Man, that kind of opening sequence would probably get complaints about seizures nowadays.
Oh, jeez! It's like we're playing fucking LSD Dream Emulator over here. Holy crap. Real quick, I'm actually going to search up...
And here's the mechas. Mechas. These should totally be in Super Robot Wars. Yeah!
Huh. Yeah.
The very first result that comes up is actually Bakugaiden itself, but, like,
Oh my god.
Bakugaiden wasn't the original, was it?
If I recall right, the originals were just like the Bomberman Beatamon toys and the Super Famicom game.
Oh.
I see,
Huh.
I see.
続いてはビーダ戦士たちの爆裂バトルを一挙公開爆裂バトル特集
And with those, they didn't really have like a plot or anything. It was just Bombermans, and because it was starting to lag up on the VHS tapes, is why. Give me a second. If you want it back on, I'll like pop it back on after these are done.
Alright.
Bomberman. Beatamon.
I think one thing that's kind of neat, like in particular about Bomberman Beatamon's designs with the animated characters, is how everyone has a different set of eyes. Like a very different set of eyes.
Yeah, female bomber is.
Oh yes,
one
and
of
Bomber
the
Red
eyes.
is a girl.
Yeah.
And like the total opposite of Red Bomber in Super Bomberman R.
Yeah. Yellow Bomberman. Yeah.
And like Yellow Bomber is basically also the polar opposite of Yellow Bomberman Super Bomberman R.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Apparently the original Bomberman Beatamon actually came with a Bomberman Beatamon.
Yes.
Of course.
It does. I was enjoying using it during the Puyo Puyo game. It's just that, you know, it's starting to get too laggy now. Like, I need to figure out how to optimize it. It seems like I got some steps towards it, I just need to do better. Like, I don't really know what's causing it to lag. Because apparently there's something causing it to lag, and it stopped for a bit, and then it started again. Like, as the stream went further. Like, I'm guessing it's related to, like, software bloat or something. I don't know. And yeah, the Bakugaiden series, like, has its complete own set of original villains and whatnot, too. That, like, they're just for that series, and you never see them in other Bomberman stuff. Maybe Takara owns them, I don't know.
Takara told me. Takara told me.
Yeah, I bet all that corporation change stuff is probably like half the reason like Bakugaiden like never got on DVD. Like they released like pretty much everything after the Bakugaidens on DVD because like by that point they
I'm
like
looking at the history of Beatamon, and apparently Beatamon was actually first. Or like they did exist separately before they did the crossover between Bomberman and Beatamon.
Yeah.
what did it like really start out as? Was it just like the marbles? Did they have mecha then, or like? Because it seemed like the whole mecha things like it was something that they started with the Bomberman stuff, and then they like went deeper into it as they divorced it from the Bomberman stuff. You know?
The car told me now.
See, look, here we're getting some mecha action. Boom, mechas.
Give me that eye. I want to punch it. The eye needs to be punched.
Maybe the crossover was made because the designs look very remarkably similar to Bomberman. Because like I look at the cover for what maybe the first adaptation of it was in manga form, and the main character's Beatamon actually does kind of look like Bomberman. It's that red figure that you saw in the VHS earlier.
Yeah. Wasn't that manga being produced during the Bomberman Beatamon Naruto? Like that would and there was also a point where like mangas were a bit more liberal on copyright, so they could probably just use the Bomberman Beatamon if they wanted to. You know? By the way, these mecha fights in the show totally give me old Gundam Wing vibes. It reminds me of watching Toonami, watching Gundam Wing. Except there's not much death in the series. People don't.
Tsunami!
I'm looking at the character list for the original manga of like Super Beatamon, and apparently there's a character or something in there named Magnet Bomber.
Oh
Tsunami's
dear.
pretty good.
That reminds me of reading something on the Bakugaiden manga where apparently Yellow Bomber tried to make a pass on Samus Aran. That is actually in the Wikipedia article.
Samus Aran from Metroid. Oh god.
I don't know how that could happen.
I don't know how they got Samus Aran in that manga. Probably
Yeah.
Nintendo. Probably an advertisers for the new Metroid game. Yeah.
No, like at this point, this was during the dry spell of Metroid.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, by the way, this I believe if I recall right, Madhouse did all the animation for this series, and you can tell they put like a lot of effort into some of these moments.
Madhouse.
Like a lot of it's total gorgeous '90s high candy.
Wow. Madhouse was founded back in 1972. That's the old company that's still on.
Madhouse is basically one of those companies that you get to do an anime if you're just like, dude, let's just make this gorgeous as all hell. We'll just throw all the money at it to make it look pretty.
Wow, it's owned by Nippon Television, Dentsu VIP, Sony.
I need to go look at what I know Madhouse for.
That's funny.
Because I know this, I know them for, but I can't remember what it was.
They're owned by Wow Wow too, the company that made the Teleview happen. Oh yeah. Hello. Black Lagoon? Really? Death Note? One Punch Man? Oh no.
Yes, they were behind quite a bunch of series that you may have liked.
No, I haven't watched One Punch Man, but Death Note? Oh,
Well,
geez.
I know One Punch Man's popular. So, you know.
Because of Candy Crunchyroll being doing some stuff with the series. Crunchyroll adding on One Punch Man. One Punch Man can kill anybody. Once in the punch, you're dead. Bono Man, get no One Punch Man. Bono will be just dead when One Punch Man is through with him.
So yeah, for Bakugaiden, I've actually been talking with Magiblood about if he was interested in trying to do, like, you know, he did all that effort to restore the Mario Karabiko anime, and like I have that up on my YouTube now. Like it's pretty nice looking. Like it's like there's not that much you could do with VHS, but you can make it look nicer. You can make it look good. You can make it look like good for the resolution on the web, basically. But yeah, I was wondering if he was interested in doing that for Beat 'em on Bakugaiden. Of course, like it'd probably be a pain in the ass considering you're dealing with like, let's see, 96 television episodes worth of content. But you know, it's still something to consider. You know.
Oh wow. Medium.
This is odd. I can't actually find a lot of history in terms of Bomberman and Beat-em-on. So it's actually very annoying to see and verify whether or not Beat-em-on started out as like a Bomberman thing. I guess, if anything, perhaps the likeness of Bomberman is what first started.
The thing is, I think the earliest trace that I could find on myself was the Super Famicom game, Bomberman Beat 'em on. Let me check the release date of that. Excuse me.
Okay, apparently TV Tropes does say that it was Bomberman based to begin with, but the characters in Bakugaiden are pretty much only the likenesses in name only and in appearance, because they don't drop bombs and stuff like that.
I don't know, some of the personalities match, you know.
But they don't want to learn it down.
White Bomber is a bit childish, but he also has a heroic side. Blue Bomber's a total nerd. Black Bomber tends to feud with White Bomber at times for plot reasons. Stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there's parallels there.
White Bomber, Black Bomber with that robot now.
自慢のブロスはその程度か？
何を？
わらわの攻撃に耐えられるのかな？ヘクサメタルショー！この翼スザクの攻撃に耐えるとは少しはやるよね。
See, according to the English Wikipedia article, it looks like the earliest trace was the first Bomberman Beat-em-on Baku Gaiden series.
And I guess it's like Super Beat-em-on itself having like the Bomberman based characters as the, you know, the Beat-em-on as it were. It's very, I guess if the English speaking countries and web pages, it's very hard to actually find information on this. Considering.
By the way, Toya, I do believe there is an anime adaptation of Super Beat-em-on, and they actually changed some of the Beat-em-on designs in the show because, like, the show didn't have the Bomberman characters.
Oh. Okay.
So let me look that up again.
That makes sense.
That
makes a lot of sense.
Like, because it just dawned on me that you were talking about that one, so let me look that up. Because I recalled looking up on YouTube, and I did see some VHS rips of Super Beat-em-on that were circulating. Ah, yes, first result, AFX Super Beat-em-on Episode 1 English sub.
男一匹黄色ボンがニュービーなアーマーで立ち向かう。白ボン、起きて白ボン、白ボン。大丈夫？白ボン。
Yeah, there is actually a fan subgroup fan subbing Super Beat-em-on. Maybe when they're done that, they can get the Baku Gaiden.
お前は手裏剣？手裏剣だ。身動きできないお前たちを外しはしないよ。
Ball bursting barrage, Super Beat-em-on. What? Those humans holding the toys. So, okay.
So yeah, if I recall right, the Super Beat-em-on anime, like, it aired in like somewhere but inside the time frame Bomberman Beat-em-on anime was running. It has less episodes, I think, so, you know, it was kinda, I don't know. I don't think Super Beat-em-on's on DVD either, by the way. It looks like all the YouTube rips are like VHS quality.
Yeah, Super Beat-em-on from 1999.
God, I would love someone to cover like Beat-em-on and its history with Bomberman.
Yes, this stuff seems like it's documentary material. It looks like something went down and it looks juicy, but it's all like behind the scenes and no one really knows. Okay, here's the part where the VHS starts getting weird.
What?
With Black Bomber?
No. After that. Give it a second. You might be behind, but it's getting to the card game stuff.
Wait, card game? Oh god. What?
Let me reload.
What?
I'll give you cards. Let's do a card battle.
Looking like the latest season of Yu-Gi-Oh here.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's funny because I remember like some people who talk about Super Beat-em-on, when they look at it, they think like it's a parody of Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's actually pretty damn serious for what it is.
Yu-Gi-Oh did not came out yet.
So yeah, here we have a card game that's Yu-Gi-Oh-esque, and then we have a song that's like the Poke Rap.
This is something.
Yes.
It's even got rarity. Look at those sparkly cards right there.
Yeah, it's got hollows.
Wow. Dance. Everyone needs dance.
I wish I could read the cards to know what the hell they were saying. Because some of them look like they have descriptions or effects.
I'm pretty certain they're going through the cards so fast that you couldn't possibly figure all that stuff out in the time frame of the video.
Maybe they're singing about it, I don't know.
They're rapping about it now. It's like the Japanese Poke Rap, but it's about Bomberman cards.
Yeah.
I will not lie. This, the back of these cards looks pretty sick.
I wonder if this card game's actually competitive. Like, is it balanced well?
I have no
Would people play it at Evo?
if they have those cards.
Okay, there's apparently combo cards and assist cards. Like what's all that
Looking
stuff
kind of like
mean?
the Hitbox CG, actually.
Yeah.
Also, not a single one of these Bombermen drop bombs. They'll fucking shoot marbles. So
Sometimes the marbles
really,
are kind of explosive, though.
Yeah.
well, it's very dramatized marbles, but
Yes.
Yeah. Now back to your regularly
So now we have a
scheduled
music video.
program. Oh, dude. Darn it. Oh,
I know what you might be wondering, but no, I do not think the girl's naked. It's just that her clothes are in a weird color, and the VHS blur makes it look like she's naked.
that's not even what I was wondering. I was just wondering what the hell was going on in general.
Oh, okay. Sorry!
That being said, why the hell is the bottom half of this blurred out?
Gee, I sure wish I could sing so dramatically about Bomberman.
Sonic Guy says that dramatic song.
Rotary Deer totally has that I'm stoned face.
I want this.
Oh, plushies.
I have some.
Actually, I just noticed when I looked over at the thing earlier. You know how you linked the Super Beat-em-on thing in stream on Discord, right?
Yeah.
I just took a look at the image because it was embedded in, and it actually does say copyright Hudson Soft.
So they have ownership of that, you know?
That would be me. Bob Barrage.
ビーナロイド弾が全てを切り裂く凶悪アーマーデビルブレイスターは悪魔のとの愛機
The wiki pages
ビー
need
ナロイドが
work.
君のものに
Yeah, definitely.
シリーズビー
That
ナ
I've
ロイド
come
シリーズは
I want these toys. Come on, Takara, tell me. No.
So yeah, look at all these volumes of Bomberman Beat'em Bakugan and VHSs that I have to get.
Like, this is the sad life of, like, I want to get into Gunpla, but I don't know where the hell to start. Because I've never actually attached myself to the Gundam series. Even though I kind of want to watch Gundam Build Fighters and Gundam Build Fighters Try.
そして
パ
シュレッダーの最後や
ガンダム
シルドークとのバトルが収録された13巻から16巻は4月21日に4巻同時発売。白ボンたちの活躍がビデオで蘇る。
So, at the time this video was made, they hadn't even gotten the volume 13 yet? Oh, jeez.
今ファンクラブに入会すると特製
Volume 13
プレゼント。
Of the VHS series releases of the show.
Was it like advertising Volume 13?
It was advertising future volumes, you know?
名前には名を振ってね。電話番号、生年月日、持っている人は E メールアドレスを書いて300円分の付箋を同封してこちらの住所に送ってね。待ってるよ。
Oh, must have been a promotion because it's, like it says email or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says email. This was during the internet, people.
I wonder who the hell would have actually collected this, or like who still has that even.
I don't know.
Oh, look at that title screen. Oh, they're holding cards now.
Yep.
So Bakugan and Victory apparently has Bomberman Falcon punching a vampire.
Falcon Punch!
Oh my god, yeah, that's totally the Falcon Punch moment. Holy. I apologize for my profanity. By the way, I can't help it when I'm looking at this box.
So yeah, this is why I gotta collect all this stuff and rip it in better video quality than what's currently available on YouTube, because all the rips of Bakugan look like ass!
look like bad quality from a potato.
Well, yeah, basically they were encoded back before like people could actually encode VHS in a quality that looked like VHS. They're like half the frame rate. They're like pixelated everywhere. They're low res, like lower res than VHS low res. You know.
And it sounds like they recorded on their old cell phone.
And you know, they're also like cut up into bits because of YouTube upload limitations from the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here we have an ad for
a fan club.
No, this ad is for, I think it's for the, look it up, oh yeah, this is for the Bomberman this is for the Bakugan and GB Color games. Yeah, so yeah, the Bakugan and games on Game Boy Color are apparently RPG battles.
Huh.
RPG. Oh jeez, that looks pretty insane.
Yes.
Media Factory.
The Bakugan era was definitely an insane era for Bomberman. And then it was followed up by the Jetters era, which was insane for different reasons.
I guess. Yeah. Oh god, the card game was actually real. Starter packs and booster packs. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, of course the card game was real. You think they were selling nothing with that tape?
Yeah.
I mean, we're never going to see Volume 0 of, fucking... what do you call it? Yu-Gi-Oh! Again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And the seal of Orichalcos is even more broken than it was in the show, apparently. Or as broken as it was in the show. Like, apparently it did exist there. I don't know. Mine's. I just don't know what to think of Bomberman as a card game. Like.
Yeah.
I guess maybe kind of similar sort of conduct in terms of battle to the RPGs. Maybe I don't know.
It also puts into perspective just how popular Bomberman was back in the day.
Yeah.
Which makes you realize how much of an achievement it is that Super Bomberman R has eclipsed all that. You know?
Yeah.
You cut off a little bit at the end there when you said eclipsed, I guess, but yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Like bringing Bomberman back to the masses is, I guess, an achievement in itself. And thank God the Nintendo actually urged them to do it. Holy
Yes.
like.
Yeah, Nintendo said to Konami, "Get your lazy butts and make us Bomberman."
I guess that's.
Yeah, Karim, I'm not sure. I guess that part was just trying to tell you to rewind the damn tape already, but I'm not sure what the heck that was.
Yeah,
I
you
was-
might want to rewind it now.
Before you release some Japanese spirit that says, "Koreadoro on the tape already." Hurry up before you release some evil spirit. From Japan.
Alright, I guess, let's see. I guess maybe now we could, I'm not sure what I was planning to do after that. Oh, boy.
This is quite a wild ride. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could
Like, I could play one of the Digimations, but,
Digimon.
no, like the Hudson Soft Digimation movies, but they'd, like, also, like, it'd just be going into weirder territory, and since the content is, like, stuff that you might understand even less, because it deals like franchises like Tenkai Makyo, like, you know, it might not be as inherently interesting as seeing weird Bomberman stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, looking at stuff like this kind of reminds me of other weird crossovers that franchises are doing these days. For some odd reason, I don't know if I talked about this last time or not, but a certain scientific a certain magical.
Ah, yes, a
aircraft
certain
is
virtual
crossover
on.
Yep, a certain magical virtual on. What the
yeah.
actual heck is going?
So we get this like superpower guy romance story stuff, and then suddenly there's giant robots from Sega.
Huh.
Dude,
Yeah, Sega.
it's not the weirdest thing that it's not the first time that they've done something weird like that with Virtual On. Feiyen HD is a thing.
Yes, and Feiyen Hatsune Miku is a thing.
Yeah, Sega does.
Feiyen HD and Feiyen Hatsune Miku are the exact same thing. At least in Super Robot Wars UX, something like that. Yeah, because like the model of Feiyen HD that appears in one of the Super Robot Wars games is actually the same model that is patterned after Hatsune Miku, which also appears as one of her modules in some of the Project Diva games, which makes a lot of sense, really.
Yeah.
I guess
Toyoshiro, did I ever show you that Bomberman OVA?
Wait, OVA?
Bomberman OVA.
Yeah. As in this weird one that I bought off Yahoo Japan auctions. That I'm gonna pop in here now.
I know Sonic
I
OVA.
guess I've never seen it. I guess what was I going to say? On the note of Virtual On, while this is starting up, a lot of people are excited about Gundam Versus, the new one that's coming, and I kind of want to play that as well. It looks really fun, even though technically that's Namco, or like it's sort of same sort of concept with mecha like destroying buildings, destroying each other, stuff like that. But I guess we're gonna have to. When is it releasing? This year? I think it is. So it won't be dueling with a certain magical Virtual On. So
Yes.
just have to see what the hell Virtual On is going on. What the hell is going on?
What's going on is that this has barely anything to actually do with Bomberman, but he appears free to show sometimes. So Yes.
This? Huh. Maybe this is the story of how someone actually came up with the concept of Bomberman.
I don't think it's
look at
that either.
No, it's not.
It's basically one of those very special episodes.
Very special. What?
So here we have these two girls, and apparently their parents are deaf and mute.
Oh dear. Oh, okay. So it's one of these kinds of things.
Yes. Like, once you see people with disabilities, you instantly know it's a very special episode.
You got... God, why does Discord always cut you out during the important thing? So, like, oh my god, like you were saying that that you see disabled people, and then like as soon as that happens, you suddenly and then you get cut off. What the hell?
Sorry.
No, that I think that's more Discord.
So yeah, the main highlight of these is these like comic sketches with Bomberman, where Pretty Bomber trolls him, and then this Elder Bomber trolls him. Basically, everyone trolls Bomberman in this one.
What is going on? Oh my god.
Bomberman gets no love.
It's part of the 5 Dastardly Bombers. Who is this old guy that also looks suspiciously like White Bomber? Also, why the hell did... Yeah, okay, well, this is You know what, I need to capture a GIF from this and send it to John, and maybe we'll put it in the intermission sometime.
Oh, that might be a good idea. Like, I'll send you some. I'll send you a. Oh yeah, I tried ripping this in like Labyrinth Lossless for Magiblot to try to do a restoration of. So, of course, Labyrinth Lossless might be a bit too much for you, but it's also on my YouTube if you want to look at it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll probably like try to get a section of the YouTube video and try to make that into a GIF.
Okay, so here's where the very special episode stuff happens. Suddenly, an earthquake, and the city is getting totally fucking destroyed.
Oh my god! The first house that you see is just crumbling. What? What the? This is not...
Basically, stuff got dark very fast!
You know, for kids! Nostalgia Critic reference, you know, for kids!
Yeah. Oh my god. This... What? How's Bomberman going to save us all?
With bombs. Oh, wait!
That's even dark.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my, that railway is straight screwed, oh my god. Why the hell did...
So yeah, an earthquake happened, their parents have some injuries, and their house is totally destroyed.
That guy looks like he was headshot. There's no, like... What?
Oh.
Oh my god, that is insane. What is this OVA supposed to be?
This is the gist of it. They just survived an earthquake that destroyed the fucking city. And there are probably thousands dead and thousands more that are left homeless. And their parents are deaf and mute. Basically, they're in trouble.
You know, for kids.
Yes.
Maybe the whole reason why they got into this mess in the first place is because they were drawing fucking Bomberman.
and Hudson's like, sorry to say this, but we're gonna cause an earthquake. Sorry.
Bomberman, did you blow up the power plant again? Of course it reminded you Akira, because in Akira, Tokyo got destroyed! Just like the city in this video!
Akira. I will be honest, I need to go watch at some point.
正しい情報が全く伝わらなかったんですそのため人々はますます不安を募らせていったんです
Oh, you see guys are suspicious.
So now they're in one of those centers, which is like what happens when you're in Philly and you're poor. You basically go to a gym and you hope they like give you food, more or less.
Also, there's some strangers that want to steal your food. Or worse.
I almost expect like a giant mecha of some sort to just be waiting outside.
No, this is firmly planted in reality. This is another, like I said, it's very real. Like,
I know, but like Japan gets screwed so many times in anime. Like I kind of just expect that one of
again, you can't even watch Bomberman without Japan getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the reason why they switched the origin of Bomberman to Planet Bomber instead.
Yes, because Japan became destroyed when Bomberman became Lode Runner. It makes perfect sense.
This Friday.
Bomberman is an omen for everything. Go figure.
Okay, so here's one of those very special episode moments.
I'm gonna get mobbed. Dun, dun, dun.
What the heck? What? What?
Why won't you talk?
Yes, basically, you now have to resolve a conflict that happened because your parents are deaf and mute. And all they can understand is that people are angry at them. Boom.
What?
Thankfully, you're a little girl, so that's easy because you're cute.
Huh? Huh? So I was like, you wanna fight, huh? Oh. The guy was like, huh? But there are kids here. I was like,
I like how little sister is exactly the kind of brat you'd expect from an actual little sister.
yeah, it's definitely.
I have to wonder.
It's such a nice contrast to those, like, Imoto waifus they have nowadays.
Who animated this? When was this released? Who decided making this was actually a good idea? What is this supposed to... What is the message? That is what it ultimately comes down to. What is the message in this particular thing? Because we can't understand this naturally.
I have no idea. If I was at work, I would like just tell that Brady kid to stop making faces, or else I'll teach her a lesson.
Honestly, it seems like I'm pretty certain the idea of this is actually to be like one of those very special episodes where it's meant to be educational and informative about what would normally be considered dark subject matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And using Bomberman as a media to draw kids'
That is the part that is weird. Like, this barely has anything to do with Bomberman. He's just crammed in there to bring the kids in. You know?
The Bomberman part is basically a non sequitur.
Yes.
Have the Sasha Quick review this, and he will spell out the words you know for kids.
Like, Bomberman is literally just thrown in this to bring kids in to watch this stuff.
Oh, God.
It otherwise has barely anything to do with Bomberman.
This is probably one of the most odd things that I've ever seen in my life, and somehow it has to do with Bomberman, but also not. So, I guess, yeah, you may be right. The whole point of this OVA may be to
that Brady little sister person needs to shut up, or else.
Basically, you lure the kids in with Bomberman, and then you give them all the very special episode stuff for like half an hour, and then they're like, "Oh, Here's a minute of Bomberman. Hope you're happy, kids.
なんか困ったことあったら言うてね。
ありがとうおばさん
I guess what you meant to say is something like PSA,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Except PSAs are more like general. The way this goes into dark territory very fast feels very much like one of those very special episodes from the 90s. Like, you know how, like, in the 90s, like, every comedy needed to have one of these very special episodes where it suddenly got very dark and very serious?
Like Full House.
They call that a Wham episode or Cerberus
Well,
syndrome.
no, the Wham is... The Wham is... No, that's usually just a plot twist in an actual narrative. Usually the very special episode is just one of those episodes where it's very dark with the intent of, like, telling kids, oh, no, you shouldn't go to strangers, or, no, you shouldn't be going around and having sex everywhere, or you shouldn't be drinking. It's stuff like that.
So, essentially embedding PSAs into something
It's
else.
basically embedding a PSA into a very dark episode of a TV show that normally is not very dark. You know?
For example, Full House.
Yeah, that is very odd. And what the hell? Also, why
We're
the
back
why
again.
are they in trouble again?
We're back again.
Oh no, I'm not that much of a douche this time. I learned. I'm better. Bribe the kid with food!
お水どこに置くのきよこさんが手伝ってくれはったんよ
One nice touch about this anime that I can tell is that they apparently animate the little girl's sign language to her parents.
かけるとき片手しか使われへん
Like, she does all those hand movements, that seems to be sign language. Like, that... all the
I guess
details look like sign
that's
language to me.
Supposed to be, communicating to both their parents at the same time,
Yeah.
just to speak, and also do the sign language.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because her parents are deaf and mute.
誤解したりして心の通じない人も多いのに
And yeah, one of those kinds of very special episodes they used to do in the 90s would be like, oh, here are disabled people. Here's how you should handle dealing with disabled people. Don't be assholes to them. You know?
頼もしいです
Because. Yeah, no.
そんなこと言いにくいわ
Yeah, what an odd OVA. Like, The only problem with describing this as a special episode is that there is no series to go with it. Like,
Yeah, it
the whole
doesn't tie
Pokemon
into
life
any of
cycle
the...
is
It doesn't tie into
very
Bakugaiden or Jetters.
Sonic OVA.
Oh no, it's an old sick person.
向かいのうちの
I'll be right back.
Sonic OVA is much. Good. Oh no.
Hey, one of the people in the back in one of those background shots had a UCLA shirt.
はよう元気になってね
I have a feeling they may have had a hand in this.
のんよそんなに言わんかっても困ってる時はみんなで助け合わんとうちらのお父さんもお母さんもみんなに助けてもらってるんやし人に対してこんなに優しい気持ちになれた自分に驚きました新しい自分の発見でした慣れない避難所の生活でみんな疲れや不満が溜まっていったのでしたうちになんかできへんやろか見て見てバンバーマンやそうや
Oh hey, we finally got Bomberman in here again.
No, we have another whiny kid. Oh jeez.
誰書いたんやうちとうちのお姉ちゃんが書いたんや
Oh,
この続き書いて
Victory, an English sentence.
書くよ書くともバンバーマンみんなに力を分けてあげてや
Troll Bomberman to shut kids up.
Yeah,
This is
draw
this is what
Bomberman.
the show's telling you.
Draw more Bomberman to shut these little bratty kids up. Oh! Yeah, cactus. bummer. It's like, what are the cactuses in here?
Oh no, Bomberman got hit by an earthquake. And here are like the dastardly bombers, but they are good guys in this skit? I don't get it.
We're the dastardly bombers. We're here to protect you, Bomberman. You have no idea that we are bad.
We were assholes to you earlier, but now that an earthquake happened, we're all nice people.
Let's get him, yeah. Put that fire out. Oh, poor old man. Black Bomber.
8日間の避難所生活を送った私たち一家は自宅に戻ることになりました。さようなら。
Where'd you know?
And the family walks off into the destroyed city.
前にテレビで見た空襲の焼け跡そっくりやわ。地震でひどい目に遭うたんは人間だけやないんやな。
よっ、元気か？
はあ、おっちゃん。
頑張れよ。
頑張れみんな。頑張れみんな。
Oh, it's that same guy again. It's like, hey, right?
Oh yes, he has a car, but he wouldn't give him a ride. Yeah.
It's like, hey. Yeah.
So I'm guessing that after that the family just moved because the setting's now completely different.
Yeah.
They repaired fast.
Well, when you have no home, you gotta go fast, you know? You gotta move.
それは今まで自分がお母さんのことを恥ずかしいと思っていたから。でも今はそんな風に考える自分の方がとても恥ずかしいと思います。みんな、聞こえないこと、話せないこと、考えたことありますか？生活するときに話せない、聞こえないことがどんなに大変か想像したことありますか？あ、お姉ちゃんや。
One of the kids like, la la la, I'm not listening to you.
私は妹のナオミです。よろしく。私もお父さんとお母さんのように耳が聞こえないこと、話せないことがどんなに不自由なのかを1月17日の朝、神戸を襲った地震が起きるまでよく理解していませんでした。質問にも答えられず、食料の配給のアナウンスも聞けないんです。お母さんが日常生活でどんな思いでいたのかを今度の大地震が私に教えてくれたんです。
ボケ！
お父さんは、いえ、父も母も全然耳が聞こえないんです。やめて！せやからなんぼ大きい声で怒鳴っても今日までお母さんに対してどんなにわがままな子供であったか、それでもいつも優しいお母さん、そして毎日一生懸命頑張っているお父さん、いつも明るい笑顔を絶やさない、それが私の両親です。お母ちゃん赤なってる。私は知りました。地震の時一番強かった人を。あの朝突然襲ってきた激しい揺れと今まで味わったことない恐怖、 起こったのかわからず、私と妹は布団の中で震えてるだけでした。この恐怖の中で怪我を受けながらも私たちを心配して助けに来てくれたんは、それはお母さんです。私は今までに両親が泣いたとこを見たことがありません。今回の震災で一番悲しいのはお母さんなのに。
お母さん泣いとるやんか。
私たちの前では一生懸命涙をこらえている私や妹を元気づけようといつも明るく笑ってる、そんな両親を私は誇りに思います。うちもお母ちゃん誇りに思うで。
By the way, someone apparently tried writing a wiki article on this, but the English in it is terrible, so... let me just try to filter what I can out of it. Kobe Asia, blah 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 blah. Kobe earthquake. Kobe earthquake. Let me Google that.
Oh, this thing. Yeah.
Kobe earthquake 1995. Oh dear, this is based on something that actually happened, isn't it?
Oh.
The Great Hanshin earthquake. Let me get this article out.
April 21st, 1997. Wow.
I apologize if I haven't been replying, it's just that I had to attend to Mom, who was calling me a bunch because she needed me to help with the cooking.
Wow, January 17th, 1995. Wow.
I would also understand if you weren't talking because it's totally mind-blowing.
Wow.
And the ending is a public service message from Bomberman. All those things look really huge compared to Pretty Bomber.
Yeah, Bomberman.
Let's see, turn off all electronics, don't have glass in high elevation, have a first aid kit nearby, stuff like that. And Bomberman jumps into a TV. Nice ending. Okay, so here's the credits. Maybe this will help you.
This synopsis that I'm looking at, that you linked earlier, it fucking... oh my god. It looks like it was just Google translated. Because it says, like, something akin to mutilated life.
Ouch! The OVA wasn't that graphic. Ouch.
Yeah, bad translation.
Okay, so... the Great Hanshin Earthquake, or Kobe Earthquake, occurred on January 17th, 1995, in the southern part of the Hyogo Prefecture, Japan, known as Hanshin. It measured 6.9 on the moment magnitude scale and 7 on the JMA Shindo intensity scale. Tremors lasted for approximately 20 seconds. Up to 6,434 people lost their lives. About 4,600 of them were from Kobe. Among major cities, Kobe's with a population of 1.5 million was the closest to the epicenter and hit by the strongest tremors. This was Japan's worst earthquake in the 20th century after the Great Kanto earthquake in 1923.
Wow. Can you say that is history in the making for two earthquakes that happened in Japan?
Hold on, I just noticed that there's actually a link to the film itself.
That is my YouTube upload.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I asked.
Oh boy, news travels
someone-
fast.
Someone's like, oh, someone got the rip of it. Let me just put it on our wiki.
Yep. Well, at least that lets me know my impact.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the wiki would have even known this even existed before your video. Maybe they did. I don't know.
Huh.
As far as I know, no one knew this existed before I just went browsing on Yahoo Japan auctions one day, looking for Beat'em Baku Guide and VHS tapes, and then I found it. I think there's still some listings of it up, by the way, if you want a copy. You want me to look for you? You want me to look to see?
I don't.
You want to buy it? You want to buy it?
This is a. Oh god, I really need to tell the Proton John server about this. This is a piece
Is
of
Proton
history.
John like big in the Bomberman? Maybe I should hop in there.
He's mostly just a fan of the series in general, but like I think like Bomberman Act Zero was a really big in joke with like in his earlier days of streaming because he showed it to us to see how bad it was, and also noted about how cheap it was to purchase, and so like it became insane because people actually started buying the game on like Amazon or whatever to actually play with him.
That's fun.
Alright, so I found some listings on the tape. Let me link them to you. It seems like nearly all the listings I can find, they're rental VHS tapes. The one I got is also a rental VHS tape. So, as far as I know, it may have been, like, exclusively for rental or maybe for schools or something.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I also think, like, it also looks like the tape jumped in price a bit since I found it. I managed to get a copy for 300 yen.
Nice.
Whereas, like, all the copies I can find now are in the 1,000, 200,000 range. So...
I need to analyze this cover again because...
I would like to note that Rui never actually appears in the OVA. There's Rui in the back cover. Rui does not appear in the OVA at all! Neither does stereotypical Russian bomber.
That's not even what I'm focused on. What I'm focused on is the dissonance between like the cheery Bomberman artwork and the fucking disaster behind the family.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I would also like to make sure to put for emphasis that family that's crammed in the bottom right are the main characters.
Like
not Bomberman, who is front and center on the art. That family, that's like so low res that their cameras can't actually capture the artwork correctly. Those are the main characters of this film.
The thing that gets me is that this, you know how like a box art may be like all disaster in America and like all cutesy in Japan. I think this box art, this box for the VHS tried to be both.
It is so dissonant. It is crazy.
I should just post a picture of this artwork and see if I can get anyone in the Proton John server to explain what the hell's going on.
Proton John will be like, "What the heck, Japan?"
So, to compare and contrast, here is Bomberman Jetter's VHS box art.
Give me some Bombermans.
Wait, let me relink that because that Yahoo link kind of went dumb.
Hello, Yahoo. Hallelujah, JP.
So yeah, Bomberman Jetters on VHS. Not that I plan to get it on VHS.
Bomberman Jetters.
I need to save up loads of money to buy the Jetters Blu-ray. And that's going to be a huge pain in the ass. Because the Blu-ray's crazy fucking expensive.
Bomberman Jetters. Yes.
And unfortunately, the DVDs haven't really gotten any cheaper, so the Blu-ray is the cheapest way to get the entirety of Jetters now.
And of course, I guess also highest quality.
Bomberman Jetters.
I wonder how quality actually is. Is it, like, upscaled, or is it the native res? I think Jetters was digitally animated, correct?
Yeah.
So it's probably either upscaled or it is like the native res, so they cram a bunch of episodes on a single Blu-ray, right?
I guess.
I mean,
I don't really know the specifics, nor do I.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics either. Okay, so incidentally enough, this is currently the cheapest listing for the Jetters Blu-ray on Yahoo Japan auctions at the moment. It is about $235.
Well, that's the entire box. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Man, finding out about this sort of history is just rather. I should just gather like a GIF from that and the weird stuff with the Hudson promotion, and just like send a whole bunch of Bomberman GIFs.
I would love to have a bunch of animated GIFs from like generally most of the Bomberman stuff I'm grabbing, like. From the Bakugaiden stuff, like, all that would be great, you know?
It just shows you how whack the series is.
Yes. Everything about Bomberman is whack.
Like, it's all kinds of different whack, even. Like, the dissonant whack we got, we also got the weird whack, and then we got the typical whack. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, really.
I mean, we went from live-action music videos of Bomberman being chased by a cowgirl shooting a pistol at him, to giant robot battles, to a family in an earthquake that destroyed a city.
So, like, the title's apparently like, thanks for the courage, Bomberman, and I'm just wondering, how the hell did... Bomberman only shows up at the beginning and the end. How the hell does she think of Bomberman when it comes?
Because we need to sell this movie to kids. That's why.
Well, no. What I mean is, how the hell does she think of Bomberman in that particular situation when thinking of courage?
I will say you did kind of miss a scene where where a bunch of kids were yelling and she basically shut them up by drawing Bomberman comics.
Huh.
So yeah, that's the moral of the story. If you want kids to shut up, you draw Bomberman comics.
I found a GIF image of Bomberman being chased by the same thing from the darn VHS thing. Sorry.
Draw crudely. Like, be Yellow Bomber is essentially the message that we're getting from this, because he apparently loves art, but he's kind of not good at drawing it.
I guess that makes a lot of sense, maybe, when you think about it, perhaps. But yeah. Alright, that's enough blue screen. Should I pop in another Bakugaiden VHS, or are we done for tonight?
I don't know. I'm pretty much done. Like, all the stuff that
this was all too much to bear, wasn't it?
Hey,
we found Puyo, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, we somehow went from Puyo Puyo to weird Hudson Soft VHSs.
I found a GIF image of Bomberman being chased by the same character from the darn VHS thing.
Could you post it? Maybe?
I did it. I did.
Okay, let me see.
I did. It's interested in right now.
Oh. That looked like...
Oh, that's from the games themselves.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's a literal running gag. Pish.
Oh god.
So yeah, basically all the dastardly bombers hate Bomberman until an earthquake happens.
I think this was actually from the intro of one of the Super Bomberman games. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Which, if it was Super Bomberman 3 or 4, it would make a lot of sense because it would then tie into that video that promoted it.
Yeah.
If it is Super Mario 3 or 4, then yay.
Of course, it begs a question. Why random cowgirl and samurai dude want to kill Bomberman?
I have no idea.
They probably just hated his guts.
Or probably they want to kill him because he is with bombs.
Yeah, but they're teaming up with the dastardly bombers.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not even like actual villains like the dastardly bombers would be. They just like hate Bomberman. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, continuity's all over the place. Whole thing's crazy. And then an earthquake happens and destroys the city.
Maybe there's some sort of alternate canon where they don't actually survive the earthquake, and the whole of the world is actually destroyed. And that's why Planet Bomber exists.
I don't think so.
Bomberman 5.
I hope not.
It was supposed to be a joke. Crude humor.
Well, that humor kind of made me die a little inside. Please. Oh wow! I got a Japanese follower after doing the stream. Let's see, D-Pad Doc. Well, maybe that's not actually Japanese. That sounds a bit too English witty to be actual Japanese. But thank you for following D-Pad Doc. I hope that you enjoyed the stream.
Yeah. We don't try the end one.
I'm not entirely sure if I'm done yet, but I think I'm done simply because Toyoshiro probably wants out.
Same time again in another universe, maybe.
Maybe I'll let you know when I grab more VHSs, and maybe if I want to be really risky, I probably won't do it on YouTube, but maybe on Twitch I will show the contents of the Pokemon VHS that I was referring to earlier.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm even willing to join you on the ride that because of the risks involved, but alright.
It is risky, but it's also going to be very educational. I wanted to get that VHS for years because episode 1 was the last episode I was missing a proper pre-Porygon rip-of, since all the other ones ended up getting leaked from the Hulu rips.
Oh yeah, that Porygon episode where
Yes.
That Porygon episode that was removed in the United States because in Japan they would have all season-induced stuff. I know that episode. And also that
it's kind of funny because the ultimate irony and all that is that it was Pikachu that caused it.
Yeah, and then there's that episode where James has inflatable breasts. That one episode of Pokemon where James is wearing inflatable breasts. That's that episode where they're at that beach.
I guess there's also the one episode where a gun is pointed at Ash.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's this one episode.
Basically, the story of like grabbing the rips of those, it involves me in ways that are very indirect because I was involved with the community that was looking for much of them. But like apparently, at some point, like Japanese Hulu, like when they started getting Pokemon eps, those first 38 episodes, from apparently originally episode 1 was among the lot, but yeah, from like episode 1 all the way through episode 38, the original 38 episodes, they had, like, at the time we thought they may have been the original broadcast versions. Since then we found out that the original broadcast versions actually had more animation errors, so they're kind of like touched up compared to those, but they're pre-Porygon edit versions. They do not have any of the edits that are associated with either the 4Kids or Kid Station edits of the Pokemon episodes where they changed the frame rate and blurred everything. Like, hold on. I actually uploaded like the source comparison video on Twitch as a test for how edgy I can get with, whether I can get away with streaming that. You know what I mean? I got in trouble on Hitbox once for this stuff because, lol, Hitbox. But I haven't gotten in trouble with streaming it on Twitch yet. And I would like to hope that, like, I got fair use on my side because this is, like, entirely retro game preservation educational stuff from my perspective. But, yeah. Let me see.
Or I guess this does delve more into the anime's territory. Makes sense, I guess.
It does. It is more anime territory, but anime is the anime. Quite frankly, anime is an integral part of Pokemon's culture. So you know, it deserves discussion. So yeah, long story short, like, I did some things, and it caused some people with loose mouths to tell the community that those episodes were up on Hulu, and then they ripped them. Unfortunately, by the time they reached them, episode 1 was swapped for edited version for some reason. Not the other episodes, just episode 1. It was kind of weird. But, yeah. If you see this Twitch upload that I linked, which I mirrored from Vimeo because no one watches anything on Vimeo related to gaming. Like, Puyo, when the rips were first up, they made this comparison video. Like, it shows you how 4Kids Masters had the videos. 4Kids didn't do the edits themselves. They got the Masters that way. Like, those Masters were made for the Masters were basically made for the revisions of the Japanese VHSs. And then 4Kids got those same Masters. And they edited based off those. So, yeah, and then, like, for some reason, they went and they redid those edits for Kid Station. And then, obviously, the final clip is how it originally looked. And, you know, the reasons for the edits were basically sensitivity about seizures and whatnot, you know?
I like that the Pokemon app, we can watch the original Pokemon, does have the darn syndication things for commercials when Pokemon was in syndication before, you know, Kids WB.
Okay.
Oh yeah, since everything Super Mario gave me access to my spleen, I got a lot of interesting stuff from there as well. They apparently have, like, the Episode 0 version of Battle Aboard the Satan, which is the preview for Pokemon, the Pokemon anime that 4Kids did, where basically they just did an episode, but instead of, you know, having it set in the... Basically, instead of dubbing it like a standard episode, they dubbed it as a preview, you know? So a couple lines are different here and there. There might also be some visual differences, but I don't know.
The pilot, as it was.
Yeah, basically the pilot version.
Okay.
I did hear some rumors that 4Kids dubbed the episodes that they didn't actually air from the original batch up to Senshi Porygon. I kind of doubt they dubbed the
episode.
Dratini one simply because like the gun violence issues are way too sensitive for TV. Whereas like the Porygon one would basically be safe if it didn't cause all those seizures in Japan. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm pretty much done at this point, so I'm going to disconnect in a second. Thanks for all the crazy bollocks. I'm just calling it bollocks right now. I'm trying to get British terminology into my mind. But yeah, thanks for all the crazy shit that just happened. What is good? Like, I'm still trying to comprehend an earthquake and Bomberman giving you courage. But I guess if you can become human on the surface, then sure. So, getting out of Earth to produce bombs just to escape a factory, sure. I'd be courageous in an earthquake, I guess. Oh god. So thanks for all that, and I'll see you later.
All right. Yeah. I think I'll sign off the stream now since we're basically regurgitating what we've been talking about earlier. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank all the people who followed and watched and asked questions. Even if I didn't know the answers to those questions, I don't know if anyone knows the answers to these questions at this rate, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am Kiddo Cabuses, and I am a totally amateur retro game researcher / archivist. And this is the weird shit I find.
Yes, the weird stuff.
I'll need to rephrase that in a way that won't get me in trouble with YouTube, but that's practically my slogan at this rate. But yeah, see you all later.